Sa mga taong nakakaramdam ng kung ano-ano, isa na ata ang guest natin ngayong gabi sa mga maraming kakaibang experience at nararamdaman. Ang masaya pa dito sa kwentuhan, marami dito ay na-experience niya sa ibang bansa. Merong kwento ng mga American Indian sa gubat, entity na nagpapataba sa mga tao, ang ex niyang may demonic attachment, at ilang tips galing sa kanyang personal spiritual journey. Enjoy. Okay, so tonight, our guest is from another part of the world, but a Filipina, of course. She got in touch with me sa email and merong story si Bonfire na kakaiba, meaning stories I've never heard before, meaning in detail. So, thank you, Bonfire, for sharing, and thank you for agreeing to talk with us tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Ayan. Okay, so we can start with, actually, I went through your email again just to check and I made some notes. So, para sa'yo ba, kailan nag-start? Sabi mo, baby pa lang, tama ba? That you can remember, oo.
Earliest memories ko is from when I was a baby. Pero I think naging open ako or suspicious nung siguro, anong grade ba ako nun? Siguro third grade, ganon. Pupunta kami sa sementeryo, may namatay na kamag-anak. And then, syempre, pag nasa sementeryo ka, yung mga kakilala mo or your family, marami silang superstitious and stuff like that. And then, isa sa superstitions is yung posporo.
Okay.
That you light it up and then amoyin mo yung smoke niya. Right?
Yes.
Anybody heard that before?
Yes.
But then para hindi ka raw masama or it's Ilocano amlingan. I don't know what it is sa Tagalog.
Okay lang.
So that's when I started being more aware. And then yung lola ko, ganun rin yung mga superstitions na pag yung the fire pag halimbawa nagluluto ka ganun and then it's moving like really fiercely, then sabi ni lola may dumadalaw daw ganun. O kung may naamoy ka na yung for me before it started with candles.
Okay.
So pag may naamoy akong kandila, ayun, somebody's visiting. So candles or flowers, naamoy ko, just different from the environment. Then I know na may umaaligid. So that's how it started. So it started with smell. Tapos, as I got older, naririnig ko na rin sila. Like,
Okay.
I have one time at my work dito, I heard like old radio. It sounds like an old radio na may nagsasalita na nag-announce. And then
Yes.
I kept looking around pero wala naman. And then I started seeing like at the periphery.
Yes.
I still see them, pero usually I see them, they're right there, they're not moving, and then mamaya they go away, right? But I look at where they are, and then you don't visually see them, but then when you look away, you see them again at the periphery.
I have a question lang. When you heard that parang old radio, were you in that state of going to sleep and still being awake or
Hindi.
normal day? Oo.
Yeah, I was at work. Gising na gising.
Gising na gising. Tapos talagang you just heard it na...
Oo. Akala ko yung coworker ko kasi he usually has a radio on. Tapos, I went over to where his station was, pero naka-off naman yung radio niya. Sabi ko, like, that's weird. Normally, actually, now that you say that, the half awake and half asleep thing, I usually wake up on time, pero meron ako narinig na gumigising sa akin.
Okay.
if I need to be awake at a certain time, like say for example, sabihin ko sarili ko, okay, I need to be up at 3 in the morning para mag-study for school, right? And then before it was my mom's voice, gigisingin niya ako. And then now it's just a man's voice. I don't know who it is. It's just a man's voice that wakes me up. So back to the story. So they started happening more and more as I got older. Naging more and more. I see them more. I see them. Dito, it's weird. It's different.
Okay. So yung sinasabi mong you see them, sa Philippines pa yon na you see them. Okay. Sa US na rin yon.
Oo.
Okay.
Kasi dito na ako lumaki eh. So
Okay.
I came here nung 15 ako. Nung nasa Pilipinas ako, I had a ang tawag nun? Sleep paralysis.
Yes, oo.
Pero that was before I came here. Pero the stuff that I see are here na. So I see when I go hiking, nakikita ko yung mga Native Americans.
Okay. When you see them, are they just standing around looking at you, ganon? Or walking about?
Hindi, they're aware na they're ghosts or spirits. They're aware. Kasi meron minsan na wala ako.
Okay. Okay.
Sabi ko kung merong nagbabantay dito.
Oo.
Can you please direct me to the right way? And then may nakita ko Native American, I think it was a guide or whatever. He was a guy. And then tinuro niya yung saan ako dadaan. Oo.
Galing.
Pero yung pathway na tinuro niya, it's like a deer path. Kaya
Okay.
hindi yung path na dinadaanan ng mga tao. It's a deer path, so
Yes.
it was small. So I thought that was really cool.
When you say na he showed you the way, parang sumunod siya sa'yo or parang nag-gesture lang siya, okay, go this way? Parang ganun. Curious lang.
Both.
Okay.
So hindi naman yung sumunod na nandyan lang sa tabi mo, right? Like that would be pretty scary. No, yung una tinuro niya kung saan ako pupunta.
Okay.
And then when I couldn't find a path, he was right there.
Okay.
And then he pointed again until nakalabas ako. Kasama ko pa may mga anak ko noon.
Okay.
Wala ako eh.
Pwede mo ba sabihin saan yan actually? Saan yung path na yan o saan yung trail na yan?
You know the funny thing is that I've been hiking for a long time. Pero I don't remember where I go.
Okay. Yes. I understand. Madami kasing, alam ko, maraming trail nga talaga where you can go hiking whenever you want. Or was there somewhere else, parang sa Oregon? Or?
Hindi. Sa Washington.
Sa Washington mismo?
State. Yeah. I think it's called like Church Rock or Cathedral Rock. I don't think it was Cathedral Rock, but I think it was more Church Rock. But I really don't remember where I go sometimes. Minsan, I know this is unrelated. I want to remember kung saan ko nakita yung mga edible mushrooms. But I don't remember. Okay. I really don't. I just go. Anyway.
Sorry, if nag-deviate tayo, do you only get to see them on trails? Or? Yeah. Okay, sa city wala ka nakikitang...
Okay, no, that's not true. That's not 100% true. Oh my gosh, we're gonna go there.
Yeah, go.
So my work, this is a different work this time. The building was made on, I believe, Native American land.
Okay.
So, doon sa building na yon, meron akong coworker, sabi niya may naririnig siya mga bata na nagsisitakbuhan sa loob ng sorry pag nag-isip ko.
Okay lang.
sa loob ng building. And I have seen them there, pero they don't want to be inside the building. It's more like outside.
Outside lang.
Yung mga nakita ko sa loob ng building, mga puti na
okay.
in the old times.
Colonizers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oo.
Colonizer. But yeah, but mostly pag nakikita ko sila, they seem so peaceful and they're on trails, off trail.
After.
So kasi minsan pag nag-hiking ako, I'd go off trail kasi ang dami ng tao nag-hiking ngayon.
Yes. Mm-mm.
So I see them mostly by waterfalls or rivers, and they seem so at peace, and they look at you, they see you, and then that's it. Like
Yeah.
not so much like interaction or anything, but they're just there.
Yeah. Question. So while we're there in that topic of you doing off-trail adventures,
Mhm.
I'm not sure. I wasn't able to see sa email mo, but have you been able to experience or see other entities which aren't human when you do those trails?
Hindi.
Okay.
Yung hindi human sa trabaho ko yun.
Okay. Okay. Demonyo ba yan?
Oh, I think so. Kasi
Okay.
it's so weird. So sa trabaho ko, merong first day, right? So I normally did I learn the shield then yet? Hindi pa yata. I think I did. I learned the shield already. Pagpasok ko sa trabaho, like first day of work, right? I see this entity. It was wearing a hood and it was black.
Mhm.
And it's almost like a shadow. Hindi ko nakikita yung face or anything, pero ang nakikita ko, parang, you know, dementors in the movies and
Yes,
whatnot,
yes.
like they suck your soul.
Mm-mm.
Like it's so weird. But the way how they were doing it is that they would encourage the person, mga coerce
Oh,
ko.
ito
Yeah.
yung kwento mo. Sige, go.
Yeah.
Yung feeding, yung eating, no? Sige, go. Magandang kwento to. Yes.
Yes. So nakikita ko, in-encourage na yung mga coworker ko na kumain ng junk food, like sweets and stuff like that. And because yung trabaho namin, we were fixing sewing machines. So most of the time, nakaupo lang kami. You know, we rarely like stand up or anything like that. Pero yeah, but everybody has snacks everywhere. Everybody's
Yes.
sharing snacks. Pero nakikita ko siya, it's like, yeah, encourage, like everybody goes to work there, tumataba. Pero it makes this, whatever this entity is, very happy because he's
Happy.
just like
Oo.
sucking the life out of you, and it makes you stay there.
Yes.
And nakita ko, so I was shielding already, nakikita ko to, he goes from like station to station. Tapos, pumunta siya sa station ko. And sabi ko, nope, I can see you. Nope, you're not gonna get me.
So
Nope.
ano reaction when you said that? Parang just moved away, ganon?
Hindi, lumapit siya, pero hindi siya makalapit like really close to me.
Yes.
Siguro just outside ng station ko. Like he's waiting for me to, I don't know, slip up or something.
Pero child height, no? Tama, child height.
Man height.
Man height na, okay.
Oo. And yeah, and then lumapit siya. And then he waited like over there. I'm like, nope, nope, you're not gonna get me. Nope, go away.
Oo, grabe.
Yeah, and then tapos, then he went to like somebody else different. Tapos, like the next day, I think he tried for like a whole week. Pero sabi ko, nope. And then at that time, I was so healthy too.
Yes, oo.
I was like, fruit shakes. I was running, so I was like healthy at that time.
Yeah.
So it never did get me, but every new person that works there, he would encourage them to eat junk food so that it will make him, I don't know,
Unhealthy. Oo.
yeah, like it will make him stronger, I guess. So yeah, that whole area was weird.
Nag-guilty ako kasi kagabi lang parang sabi ko, gutom ako. Nag-chips ako. Tapos ngayon na kinukwento mo, inisip ko, meron kaya doon sa tabi ko na, kain ka ba? Oh, soft drinks. Sige, inom ko soft drinks.
Yung first time mo nakita yon, honest. I've never seen one like that. Pero alam mo, the funny thing is that lahat kami, at least ako at saka yung mga anak ko, may nakikita. Yung oldest ko, he is more like spiritual than I am, and I think mas may nakikita ko. Itong maliit, sabi niya sa akin na minsan may nakikita siyang nakakabit sa mga tao.
Yes.
And then they grow in time. Sabi niya yung lola niya, nakita niya na malaki raw nakakabit sa kanya. And I was like, oh, that's pretty scary. Yeah.
Lola niya sa father side, ganun?
Oo, lola
Okay.
niya sa father side. Kasi hindi naman sila niniwala sa mga ganyan-ganyan eh.
Yes.
So, and then, God.
Ano lang, very timely lang. I mean, again, baka synchronicity or something. Last night, I was just reading about, this is a book about, I forgot yung title. I was just talking about it. So parang sinasabi, so it was breaking down elementals, meaning elementals of fire, earth, and all that. Tapos it talked about incubus and succubus. And it said na these are not elementals. These spirits or these entities are parasitic. So whatever, parang it feeds on your, I guess, desires or your emotions or your needs and wants, diba? So naisip ko, when you were saying that na, yun nga, may attachment sometimes to us. Kung kunyari, yun nga, unhealthy behavior of eating junk food. Guilty na naman ako. Naisip ko baka ganun, no? Parang there are parasitic entities that latch on depending on your quotation marks weakness, no? So di ko alam ano weakness ni Lola kung bakit merong malaking...
Oh, yeah, I don't know. But she's not nice. So maybe that's why.
Okay. Buti wala kang name, pero sige, go lang. So yung kids mo nakita, yung son mo, sorry, was that a son na nakita yung kay Lola?
Both sons.
Both sons, okay.
Yeah. So it's funny kasi ever since I started listening to you, I started asking them questions. Kung meron sila nakikita, this and that. And then sabi yung maliit nga kasi napaka-special na bata ngayon. Sabi niya, minsan meron ako nakita na na walang form, puro mata lang. Sabi niya.
Okay.
And that was a little bit scary, sabi niya. Pero alam mo nung pinanganak ko to, binati siya ng mga spirits.
You saw them? You saw the spirits?
Oo. It was also different kasi nasa lang siya, nasa crib lang siya. Baby, like newborn. And then, ang daming nakapaligid sa kanya ng mga ng mga spirits na bumabati, different shapes, different forms. And I was just like, hoy, iwan niya yung anak ko.
Oo.
Ay, yung kunin. So, it's like, yeah. So, yeah, this kid definitely sees, hears, smells things too. And, napakabata pa niya.
Yes,
like,
May theory na ako kung ano siya, pero sige, mamaya na lang.
Anong theory mo?
Kasi parang pagka-describe mo sa mga nag-visit sa kanya, may theory ko lang, baka E.T. Sorry parang E.T. Parang, kasi marami ngayon, supposedly, maraming souls na dumarating ngayon in this time frame ang what they call star seeds, diba? So they are from other worlds and they are here to help with the frequency adjustment of the frequency of Earth. So meron ng physical manifestations yung adjustment, pero yun lang theory ko. You would know better kung ikaw nakakita sa entities na
I'm not sure. But probably.
Baka ayoko push yung theory ko. Pero it's up to you. It's up to you, yeah.
No, wait, I'm gonna jump to...
Yeah, go. Sige.
I'm gonna jump to yung episode mo yung Katalunan in New York.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just want to say something about that. New York is oppressive. Like, punta ako New York. So this is how I found you, right? So nung pumunta ako ng New York nung last year, ako yung anak ko. the whole state feels heavy. Like, kasi maraming history, maraming killing, maraming colonials that are over there. It just feels like it's bleeding. And so nung narinig ko yung episode na yun, sabi niya naka-trench coat siya in the city. And I was like, yep, I believe you. Like New York is very oppressive.
Have you had experiences there?
Yung, alam mo yun, di ba punta ka online and then you're looking at that mansion?
Yes,
Hindi ako, nakapasok lang ako ng one room and that's it. I couldn't anymore.
Okay.
But as far as New York in itself, nung pumunta kami, nagstay lang kami sa hotel and then because we were there for a birthday party, so it was just a weekend. Kaya, wait, sandali. Punta kami sa Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
And maraming nagbabantay sa Sleepy Hollow. Like, they don't want you to be there.
Okay. Like what? Visually may nakita ka or more feeling yung nakuha mo?
More no, it's visual kasi maraming at that time it was around October, it's before Halloween.
Okay.
So meron silang events and stuff like that that's happening around Sleepy Hollow and in Sleepy Hollow. So maraming nadi-disturb, I feel like.
Okay.
So ayaw nila na maraming tao doon sa cemetery.
Sa area,
Yeah, and here I was taking photos. It's like, padaan po, sorry. Hindi ko pa nakikita yung mga pictures na yun. Natatakot ako baka mamaya meron ako nakuha.
Pero may ikaw ba? Kasi ito, hindi ko alam kung nasa Discord ka, pero it's been said there a couple of times that some people, some sensitive people, when they look at pictures, sometimes para siyang Harry Potter na meron gumagalaw, may tumitingin, may sumisilip. May ganun ka na experience with pictures ba?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but for me, yung it's not so much pictures, pero yung mga tao mismo, sometimes they morph in front of me.
Ayun, okay. You mentioned that. So, in your email, sabi mo, people's past and present. So, would you want to talk about that?
Minsan, kung I'm talking to somebody, minsan they become a child. Like how they were nung maliit sila. And kung minsan naman, I see how they are when they're old. It's very odd kasi it's happening like in real time. You're talking to them and then all of a sudden you see them as a child. Yeah, or as an older person. So that I just don't know what to make of it.
Oh, yes.
Hindi ko alam kung anong
meaning, yes. Why you see that, you know?
Meaning, bakit ko nakikita sila nung bata sila or kung matanda na sila, I don't know. Wala naman ako sinasabi sa kanilang, hey, you're gonna live a long life or, wala. So, I don't know what that means.
Question, does it only happen for people or locations, places also? Sometimes you get to a location, you see the past of the location, the future of the location, or just for people?
Not always. So, dito sa, here in Washington, sa Seattle, University of Washington, there was one time I was driving to school, I was driving there, pero there's an area wherein it's the I-5 bridge and makikita mo yung like the water. And so I saw it how it was bago yung mga buildings. And I thought it was pretty. And then nawala na sa, population. Yeah. So it happens pero not as often.
Yes, oo. So feeling ko it has to do with, baka yan nga meron kang time hopping abilities.
I think so. Kasi sometimes I say things pero nakakalimutan ko na sinabi ko. Okay. And then my kid or yung sister ko sasabihin na lang na I said it before or something like that. So I'm like, oh, I didn't know. So maybe it's
Yeah.
possible.
Going back to the email lang, parang here naman, yung next part mo is mind reading. So sabi mo,
Oh,
okay, sige. Oo, go.
you go ahead.
Baka nabasa mo na inisip ko pero sige. Go, ano yung sa mind reading?
Siguro matagal na. I never really documented kailan yung start date, right? So, kung minsan, yung kausap ko, sometimes their minds is so loud, and then naririnig ko yung sinasabi nila maski na wala silang,
Yes, oo.
they're not saying anything. Especially kung if they're in sorrow, I guess, or
Okay.
melancholy.
Yes.
Not so much, well, maybe regular too, but I don't really pay that much attention to it. Pero mostly pag everyone's quiet and then nakikita mo yung tao nag-iisip ng malalim. And then yun na parang nare-receive ko yung sinasabi nila.
Yes.
In some cases, I think I hugged somebody one time because I felt really bad.
Yes.
Pero yung teacher ko, I couldn't do anything.
Baka kwento mo yun, yung sa teacher mo. Na kwento mo
Yeah.
yun.
Yeah. So, nasa classroom ko, nagkukwisi ata kami noon. And yung, meron akong mga kaklaseng mga gago. So, nireport nila yung teacher na yun na, I don't know, I think he wasn't teaching well or something. So I think that was his last quarter. At pagkatapos nun, he's fired. He's let go. And nakaupo lang siya, and then he was like thinking, and he looked really sad.
Yes.
And then I can see that in his mind he was saying mean things towards the people that got him fired.
Yes.
But I can really repeat it here.
Yes.
But yeah, it wasn't kind. But I think that was one of the moments that I realized na, those aren't my thoughts, those are other people's thoughts. And
you can hear the words. I mean, it's not emotion coming to you. It's the actual, you can assume it's the actual words. So.
Both.
Both. Okay.
Oh, hindi both. Oo. Kasi kung minsan, before I learned to shield, and this was so heavy for me, before I learned how to shield, I had a lot of like mean thoughts and bad thoughts, and I thought they were coming from me.
Yes.
Pero hindi pala. When I shielded, parang gumaan yung first time ako nag-shield, parang gumaan yung pakiramdam ko. Sabi ko, hindi pala sa akin yung mga,
yes.
yung mga thoughts na yun.
So pwede mo ba share yun? Kasi again, isa yan sa mga constant na naririnig kong stories, well, mostly sa Discord or sa ibang nag-i-email na they would pass by a certain area here sa Philippines, and then suddenly they would feel sad, or areas na biglang they would feel very scared. So parang alam nila these are not their emotions, but parang hindi nila syempre makontrol. Pero can you share kung paano yung shielding na ginagawa mo to protect yourself from that?
So yung shielding na I learned it from a Qigong practitioner.
Okay.
That was actually a very, very good experience. I don't know when I went or how I went there, pero pumunta ako doon. And then yung practitioner nila, like their head practitioner, sabi niya sa akin, you're a ground, you're a conduit, like you ground people. Sabi niya. And so, that's why people like going to you, because they feel calm around you. But if somebody's having a problem, you take it from them and you put it to ground. And I'm like, well, that's not good. Sabi ko, kawawa naman ako.
Oo nga.
Then sabi niya, then I'm gonna teach you how to shield. So it's basically, your thumbs, so both hands, your thumbs, your pointer finger at saka yung pinky. So it looks like, rock and roll
Yes,
kind
yes.
of thing.
And then
And
put them
then
together.
and then you start from the back, and then you move your hands around you, like over and up and down. So basically magme-meet sa center, like on your eye chakra or the third eye.
Bonfire, okay ka ba i-demo yun?
Sige.
Okay lang.
Sige.
Sorry Oo.
Sige.
Mag-open na nung cam para fair. Okay.
All
Sige,
right. So
ayan.
actually it's not like this. It's like this.
Okay.
So
So, sa portion na ito, syempre, secret identity tayo. So, if papanoorin nyo yung YouTube version nitong video, makikita nyo yung parang drawing kung paano pinaposisyon yung kamay na pinakita ni Bonfire. So, dinrawing ko na lang.
So you start in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just go up, and then you shield.
Okay.
Yeah, you go up and down, and you shield, and then you go. And you do it 3 times.
Okay. Do you say anything while you're doing it? Or intentions lang?
Ako, intention ko, sabi ko, I shield myself from all evil and all harm. I shield myself from negative thoughts, beings, and entities. I let positive energy, creative and healing energy in, and I close my shield with earth, wind, and fire, mirror facing outwards, and crystal all the way to the center of the earth. So, that's what I say internally. Pero nung tinuro sa akin, wala siyang, he just showed me the action.
Okay.
So maski na yung action lang, it's okay.
Mm-mm. Okay.
But yeah, I do it every day.
Okay. So before you go out, parang before you go out of the house, you do that. Oo. Okay.
Kasi pag hindi ko ginawa, pagpasok ko sa restaurant or anywhere, parang I get a blast.
Mm-mm.
So everything is so overwhelming.
Mm-mm.
So kaya I just shield all the time.
So maganda yun. So again, for the listeners lang, kasi maraming ganyan ng experience na, syempre wala naman silang technically training with that, di ba? Sa Philippines rin, mas di open to that idea na empaths, di ba? It's being an empath that you can absorb emotions from other people. So yun, I hope they listen to that and try it, di ba? Nothing to lose naman for them.
I hope so. Yeah, it is. There's nothing to lose, and it's helped me many times, and especially pag pupunta ka sa hospital.
Yes. Oo. Madami dun.
Yeah. So just places that pag maraming tao, and then you feel everybody, then yeah, just shield.
You were saying something about grounding. So you mentioned na when you go to crowded places, you get bad headaches, ganon.
I get bad headaches, and it just seems so noisy, maski na walang tao sa, like your immediate surrounding. Pero it seems so compressed. And,
yes.
Yeah, so yeah, I get a bad headache.
Okay.
So yeah, I shield. Pag yung headache na yun, matagal na yun eh. Pero I don't know if it has anything to do with, having all these empath powers or whatever. So
okay, yung next natin, up to you kung gusto mo kwento. About demon, sabi mo.
anong sinabi ko?
Sabi mo yung sa ex mo, may Resident Evil siya.
Oh my god! Oh gosh! Yeah, I lived in a haunted house.
Okay, game.
So yeah, So yung bahay na yon,
same state.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same state. Yung bahay na yon, it was nung binisita namin bago namin binili. I changed yung diaper ng anak ko kasi baby pa siya nun. Tapos nung change ko yung diaper sa loob ng bahay, may bumati na matanda at dalawang matanda, both men and woman na bumati. Sabi ko, oh, may guardian tong bahay na to. Sabi ko, it's probably good, right?
Yeah.
And then, nung nakuna namin ng bahay, nung nag-move in kami doon, there's like a lot of other things that
Like?
lives sa bahay. Like a lot of evil spirits, a lot of malevolent spirits, I think.
Okay.
Meron, I don't know kung ikaw yung episode na Mirrors. Yeah, I think it was you.
Yeah.
So doon pagpasok mo sa bahay, merong malaking mirror. And I think yung mirror, it's like a portal to something. And it just lets things go in and out. And it didn't help na yung prior owner ng bahay, sabi ng kapitbahay ko, nagpakamatay sa bahay. But I don't think nagpakamatay siya sa bahay. I think he got really drunk and then he slipped and fell, nahulog sa hagdanan.
Okay.
So I think that's what happened. Pero yung bahay, maraming mga like entities doon. I think because of all the negative energy that it already has,
Yes.
It permeated the walls.
Yes.
So kino-convince ko yung dating na anak ko noon na ibahin yung structure ng bahay para maiba, para to drive things away.
Yes,
Pero I think nasapian siya kasi merong one time yung magkasama, we slept together. And
yeah,
yung nakita ko na nakaupo sa kanya, it was like a demon na nasa loob niya. Pero hindi nagpapakita sa akin except for one time
yeah.
na nagpakita sa akin. So nakita ko yun, sabi ko, oh no. We have to exercise.
Yes.
Yung bahay na yun, kumuha kami ng, we had a priest bless. Alam mo, sabi ng priest, sabi niya, well, good luck on whatever it is you guys are trying to get rid of. What? Okay. Yeah. Yung pare nag-bless, tapos nag-smudge kami. Nung nag-smudge kami, merong tawag nito, she followed us.
Okay.
I think yung old na owner, she followed me home sa apartment ko noon. Nakakatakot ba naman kasi she just showed up. It's like, where are you from, right?
Yes, oo.
She just showed up. Pero nung lumipat na kami doon, nagpapakita sa oldest ko yung matanda. And I never really knew why. Pero I think I learned later on na she was unhappy in that house. Na parang abuse yung matanda. Yung naging second owner was yung sabi na kapitbahay ko kasi tatay niya yung kapitbahay ko. Sabi niya it was kind of the same thing na abusive din daw yung lalaki kaya iniwan ng asawa niya. And so I think it was just this recycled of negative energy that stayed in the house, and then it just became, oh gosh. One time nung kalilipat lang namin sa bahay, may pintuan yung sa hagdanan. Alam mo yung pintuan yun, laging nagbubukas, nagsasara. May lock. Nagbubukas, nagsasara. Tapos yung the guy na namatay sa hagdanan, one time nakita ko siya na pakyat sa hagdanan. And this was the first for me na parang
pass through.
He was running up, but he passed through me. And I was like,
oh. What did it feel like? What did it feel like?
I didn't feel anything.
Okay, walang sensation.
Yeah. Walang sensation. But it was just like he passed away, but he was happy at that time. But I think at one point, I don't know if you call it possession, Pero at one point, I don't drink beer.
Okay.
Hindi ako nagbe-beer. Pero at one point, pero the old owner, yung namatay, he's an avid beer drinker. So at one point, gusto kong uminom ng beer. And then nung I opened a bottle of beer and I had it. Parang ang tamis na ang sarap na, and I've never been that way with beer.
Anong brand ba yan? Na-intriga naman ako. Anong brand ba yan?
I don't know.
I don't like the taste of beer din. Pero nung mini-mention mo, parang ang sarap to sa ano. Baka Kali Shandy or something. Hindi, pero US beer siya.
I think so, yeah. I think so. And we don't normally have beer sa bahay kasi wala nag-beer. Pero yeah, sabi ko, wow, this is weird. It's like, I think it's an IPA.
Okay.
But yeah, I was like, this has never happened to me before. And then sabi ko, ay nako, layasan mo ako. Go away.
Feeling ko parang meron talagang locations, may places na may energy nung, I guess, past o previous owners, di ba? Na andun yung emotions, andun yung desires. So sa'yo, at least once na ano ka, na-influence ka na kanyang beer, ano?
Oh yeah. that was different. Pero that house had, meron din ako narinig na it was like an old man snoring. Nung first time na narinig ko yon, I was in my room and it was really loud. And akala ko one of the kids was snoring really loud. I'm like, that's different. Pero ang akala ko yung maliit yung nagsusnore. Pero and then another night, nanonood kami, kasama ko yung maliit. Narinig ko na naman.
Yes.
Ay, alam ko hindi yung panganay, hindi yung isa, hindi rin yung kasama ko.
Yes.
Sabi ko, oo. merong tao dito.
Pero pansin ko nga sa'yo, very, very sensitive ka sa hearing. Hearing nga, na-mention mo nga sa email mo na it started with hearing for you. So baka yun yung sensitivity mo, it's hearing, no?
More auditory.
More auditory, no? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure because yun nga, nakikita ko rin sila sa like in the day, in the night.
Pero do you get to talk to spirits, communicate?
Sabi kasi ng mami ko, wag na eh.
Okay.
Pag yung lalaki na nandun sa bahay, kinulit ako. Sabi niya, can you please tell my parents that I'm okay? I'm in a good place.
Really?
That na I'm okay. I'm in a good place. I'm no longer that way. This, sabi ko, are they gonna believe me?
Yes, oo.
Pero I think nasabi ko rin sa kanila, just kind of like in a passing way. Yeah. Hindi ko na oh, your son said this. Yeah. So I think nasabi ko na lang na in passing na, don't worry about your kid, he's probably in a good place. So, but that house had a lot of activity. Alam mo, yung mga crows. So I think yung bahay na yun, parang it was a battle between good and evil.
Okay.
Kasi here nakita kong first yung dalawang matanda, they seemed nice.
Yes.
Right? Pero afterwards, it just seems like all these malevolent things are there. So, yung mga, the Native Americans believe something about the crows. I just can't remember it right now. Pero may mga crows na pupunta sa bahay. Yung garage kasi separate. So nakikita ko yung crows sa bubungan. Pero parang meron silang binabantayan sa loob ng bahay or like not to go out or meron silang alam. I think it's more of like meron silang alam na nakatira sa bahay na hindi ko alam. So, but yeah, there's so back to the demon story.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay lang.
Si yung nakita kong yon. So pinilit ko yung tatinan ako na i-exercise ko siya.
Okay.
Nakita ko yun. So, alam ko na merong malaking tree sa backyard and then there's like a, I guess, diwata?
Okay.
Or tree nymph?
Yeah. Ano itsura nung nakita mo?
Oh, babae, mahabang buhok. She was definitely matriarchal. Na she seems strong.
Okay.
Like, parang anime yun na nakatayo siya.
Yes,
Hair
Oo.
flowing.
Yes, oo.
So, so that's what I saw. But she was wearing black. And then, so sa harap niya, I think I had a fire pit then. And so I kind of did a procedure wherein pinainom ko siya ng mga tea from around the backyard. And then we went outside and we did like a ceremony to drive it away. Tapos tinawag ko, is that correct? Yung auntie niya just passed away and then like my ancestor. And kinuha nila yung demon and then they brought him down,
Yeah.
to the earth. But
and you saw this. You saw this when this was
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah, but the thing is that when something has been residing in you for so long and then all of a sudden mawawala, you still do the exact same things that you used to do.
Mhm.
Kasi yun na nakasanayan mo, yun na nakasanayan ng body mo. So for him, I guess the exorcism was a little bit too late because he was already that way.
Okay.
So he already had that. So if anything, merong pumasok ulit sa kanya na nag-occupy the empty space, for rent.
For when you met him, wala kang indication of na may ganun siyang entity or
See, that's the funny thing, right? We ignore a lot of red
Yes.
flags.
Yan tip sa mga ano dyan. Do not ignore red flags.
Alam mo, noon, I was, I had a playing cards, regular cards lang. Pero hindi ko siya ginagamit for sugal or anything kasi I heard it somewhere a long time ago nung bata ko na kung gusto mong gamitin yung cards for divination or solitaire,
Yeah.
mag-wish ka sa solitaire and then, but if you want to use it in that sense, then you can't use it for gambling. So I have this deck of cards na I always play with and I'm always like kind of tarot card reading.
Yeah.
So I did it on him and it was 3 black cards and my read on it was like, this guy is very negative.
Yes.
This guy is very negative. He has a lot of negative things. So I was like, red flag. Pero
In love, no?
Yeah.
Pero ito yun again, I do not want to judge. Pero feeling ko, when you said na there was a battle inside the house na mayroong positive and negative energy. Possibly, kasi he was attracting that, or in your relationship that was there, di ba?
Doon din sa bahay na yun, and this is for, I've been wanting to say this because I think it needs to be said. And it's not related to a demon or anything.
Yeah.
Pero prayer. So, I had a dream sa bahay na yun that in my dream, nasa church ako, and then I saw somebody praying, and when they were praying, parang nag-open yung light.
Yes.
Sa taas nila. And then when everybody prayed, there was a brighter light going up.
Yes.
So I'm agnostic.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't really believe in just one God, but I'm very spiritual. And I believe in prayer. Because it's the same thing with anything. Kung halimbawa, yung Catalonan, right? Like they
Yes.
fight the evils and stuff like that.
No, they are mediators.
Oh, okay.
Okay. They do not they do not fight. Baka mag-react yun pag marinig niya. No, they're mediators. So parang they do not side with the living, they do not side with the spirits. They are there to parang mediate.
Facilitate.
Yeah, facilitate.
Right. Pero I'm losing my words right now. But the same thing, I think when you utter like magic words or kung if you want to make something blessed, so it's the same thing. I feel like it's similar to a prayer. So yeah, definitely believe in prayer, but it's not necessarily na
yes, not Roman Catholic. Actually, same. For me, I kind of have the same belief. And I do the same visualization. Let's say I want to protect this space where I am and my family. I do the same thing. But I imagine there's that light. And I've learned this only from the people I've talked to. I do the same thing when cleansing.
Meron ba smudging dyan?
Meron tinuro sa akin.
Is it called smudging too?
Pausok. Yun nga sabi, may nakausap ako, sabi niya, pansinin nyo, yung may mga house, may mga tao, merong ritual sila, afternoons, they burn leaves sa garden nila or sa wherever. And it's kind of like smudging. You're clean. Di ba? Palagi may pausok eh. Palagi nagsisiga mga tao eh. Sa Philippines I'm not sure if naalala mo pa, may ganun. Pero yun nga, so it's part of that. Ito, favorite topic ko syempre, aliens. You've had that thought? Or you've had that feeling before?
Okay, so remind me what I told you.
Okay, so you said na I had a thought that I am an alien.
Oh, yeah. That part. Yeah, nung bata pa ako, kasi I've always looked up in the sky. Lalo na noon dyan sa Pilipinas, di ba? Noon,
yes.
wala pang masyadong light pollution. So pag tingin mo sa taas, ang daming nakikita ng mga stars and stuff. So I just had this thought nung bata ako na maybe I'm not from this world, na I'm an alien, na I'm supposed to go through a lot of experiences before I can go home to report back home, wherever home was. And yung panganay ko had the same thought. I mean, I've never told them.
Yes.
You know, because bata naman ako nun, so I've never told them yung thoughts ko. And he said that he had the same thought. He thinks like he's an alien and he's here to experience things and then go back later. Ito maliit, ewan ko.
Malay mo. Family of ETs. Pero, again, hindi ko alam kung ano episode sa napakinggan mo, pero I've talked to a few people na ganun yung feeling nila. Na parang, some of them actually mas meron pang feeling na, I don't belong here. Ganun yung feeling nila na out of place sila. So, again, it's a valid feeling and no one's discounting it that you have felt that way. Let's go to dreams naman. Sorry nag-skip ako pero ang mention mo is your mom told you she doesn't dream. But when she does, it comes true.
Yeah. So, yung mama ko, nung na-aksidente ako long time ago in the 90s, na panaginipan niya na I got hurt. And then she got the phone call like the day after. Pero akala niya namatay ako.
Okay.
Ako namatay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still alive. Pero it's weird kasi minsan a while back na panaginipan niya yung pinsan ko na may nabuntisan daw siya. And then like a week later, kinausap niya yung pinsan ko, sabi niya, kumusta yung girlfriend mo? Meron ka bang sikreto? And then yun it's true, it comes true. For me naman, so that's my mom. I wish I had that power, Powerball, lottery, lottery. For me naman, yung panaginip ko, is the one I think I told you is the reoccurring dream.
Yes. Secret rooms.
Yung secret rooms. It started doon sa bahay ulit na yon na meron daw
Yung haunted
siyang
house. Yung haunted house
yung
yun.
haunted house following me everywhere. Meron daw doon na kwarto that nobody knows. And every time I wake up, I believe it kasi yung bahay na yon was around nung World War II.
Okay.
So lagi ako umiikot sa bahay, nahanap ko, meron ba akong ipipress dito?
Oo.
Secret room? Pero I never found it. So there was
Okay.
nothing. Pero the room that were always in my dream is it's always hidden, and either I find it, I find it, and then I always want it to be my room. Na this is gonna be my room. The most latest one is yung room na yun. It's like a gold room. Everything is gold, like the vanity is gold, yung bathtub gold, pati yung toilet is gold.
Okay. Ang gaudy pala ng style mo, pero sige.
Yeah, no. No, this was just the most recent one. Usually, in the past, yung kwarto na yun is like an old person's room, pero hindi nahanapan nung family member nila. They don't know about that room. And then I find it, and then I'm like, oh, there's all these stuff in here. And it's usually like that. It's like there's all these stuff in here na I gotta clear out, or I gotta look through, or give it to yung may-ari.
Yes, oo.
So I don't know why it's always that way and why I always dream about. It's more often like a few years ago, and I think the last time I dreamt about a hidden room was probably maybe just once this year.
Okay. But it's always different every time you dream of a hidden room, wherever it is you are staying at, or it's in different places?
In different places. Minsan nga, yung hidden room, yung room ko, hindi sa baba, pero yung room ko sa taas, and then all of a sudden, merong door. And then you have to go down.
Okay, yes.
To go to the hidden room. And sometimes yung hidden room is, it's like an area where they're doing experiments, merong outside, pero nobody can see the outside area from the outside. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah. Yung na-mention mo nga sa email, have you had guests who have had this experience as well? Mostly sa kanila, hidden rooms, kung nasaan sila. So, at this point, ipe-play ko lang yung sinabi kong example. Galing ito sa episode 159, Paranormal Tales Norby. Nandito yung kwento ni Norby na nakita niyang kwarto.
Nag-rent po ako ng room doon without knowing na ng history ng bahay. And then, sa ikaw-1 week ko doon, vivid pa siya sa dahil para siyang isang hapon. May kumakatok doon sa kwarto ko na isang bata. Naka-full white siya na dress.
Okay.
Tapos, parang mind to mind lang, hindi siya nagsasalita. Naiintindihan ko yung gusto niyang imin na parang, samahan mo ako. Sinamahan ko siya. Tapos papunta doon sa baba. Literal, bumaba ako doon sa hagdan.
Okay.
Tapos, hindi ko alam na sa ilalim pala ng hagdan, may nakatago doon na isang pintuan.
Okay.
Technically, yung pintuan na yun, may nakatak pala sa kanya ng mga gamit. Tapos, sabi niya sa akin, parang nasa mind lang parang nag-uusap kami sa mind. Hawak niya kasi yung hawak niya yung kamay ko, parang ganon.
Hinihila ka niya, parang
Oo,
ganon.
binuksan niya yung pintuan, pumasok kami doon. Pagpasok namin, madilim yung area, pero nakikita ko siya. Tapos, doon sa gitna, merong isang room pa ulit. Tapos, binuksan niya, pagpasok doon, lang siya, blanco na room. Walang gamit o whatsoever. Sementado lang yung floor.
Oo.
Tapos meron siyang tinuturo. Ilang beses niya tinuturo, titingin siya sa akin, tapos tuturo niya doon sa magtuturo siya doon sa baba. Tapos bigla ako nag-kissing.
Okay.
Pagkagising ko, hindi ko alam na past 1 p.m. na. Sobrang haba ng tulog ko.
Oo.
Parang sobra sa 16 hours ata ang tulog. Hindi ko siya makalimutan. Ang fresh sa mind ko. So pumunta ako dun sa landlady. Sabi ko sa kanya, ate, meron po bang pintuan dito sa ilalim ng sa may hagdanan banda? Kasi nakita ko sa panaginip ko yung bata tapos sinamahan ko siya dun sa kwarto. May pintuan po ba dyan? Sabi niya sa akin, sige, daling kita dun. Meron talagang kwarto. May pintuan talaga na may takip lang.
Okay. Balik na ulit tayo sa kwento ni Bonfire. Pero sa'yo mas parang baka symbolic. Hindi ko alam kung symbolic siya or something else eh.
I don't know either. It's different parts, different houses. Yung consistent lang is that house that I used to live in. Pero yeah, after that, iba-ibang bahay na.
Yes, oo. Pero nag-start siya dun sa haunted house.
Sa haunted house.
Sa haunted house talaga, oo.
Haunted pa yun.
Oo, hanggang ngayon. Question, na-mention mo here na when you astral travel in your dreams, you go to the Philippines, sabi mo. So ano yung kwento dun?
So, the reason why I found you is because umuwi ako sa Pilipinas. And then, just this year. And then, ang pupunta ako sa... May multo sa...
Okay.
Mga multo.
Wait. Okay, ano ko yun? Ibiblip ko yun. Baka kasuhan ako na... Sa isang mall sa Baguio, may nakita kang maraming multo.
Hindi, you just feel it.
Okay.
You just feel it. Anyway, so I listened to Spotify, and so yeah, search Baguio, and then I saw your story.
Okay.
Yeah, may nagkwento. Sabi ko, marami bang haunted places sa Baguio? So that's how I got started with all this paranormal stuff. Okay, back to your question. What was your question mo?
You travel. Mamaya
Astral
mabalik tayo
projection.
Na. Yeah, astral.
Yeah, astral projection. So, there was one time, nag-astral project ako, umuwi ako, punta ako sa dating school ko, you can bleep this out. Nakita ko sa likod ng school na merong stairs na pababa, nilagyan nila ng bubong. Nung nandun ako, walang bubong yon.
Okay.
At saka nilagyan na nila ng fence. Tapos sabi ko, nilagyan nila ng bubong yon? That's a good idea, sabi ko. Pero nung umuwi ako noong 2004, pumunta ako doon. I always visit the school, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Punta ako sa likod. May bubong.
May bubong na. Oo.
Oh, exactly like I saw it.
I saw it sa dream. Galing. Oo.
Yeah. Minsan umuwi ako, napapanaginipan ko yung mga pinsan ko and what they're doing. Pero nag-iba na eh. Like the last time na umuwi ako this year, everything is so different. Ang dami ng tao, natatakot pa ako punta sa downtown. Kasi lahat ng alam ko, the places that I know, wala na. Except the school is still there.
Yes.
Yung simbahan, nag-iba na rin. Like all around the church, iba na rin. So,
anong experience mo dun sa Baguio? Ano yung, may weird, I'm sure parang sanay ka na sa spirits eh, pero may something weird ba na nangyari or na-experience ka with your last visit?
Yun lang, yung nasa sa mall.
Okay.
Yun lang sa mall. Kasi I didn't want to go to different places kasi kasama ko yung anak ko. Ayokong ang tawag nito, sa amlingan. How do you say that in Tagalog?
Kahit English, sige.
I don't know your English.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay. Maamlingan. Sige, okay lang. Bahala na sila mag-research dyan kung ano meaning.
Ayokong yung parang like somebody's gonna tawag nito.
Usog
like,
ba?
Yeah. I think
Okay.
it's it. Yeah, so like may iwan yung kaluluwa niya.
Okay. Hindi
Doon.
ba? Oo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, kaya hindi ako nagbisita nung nandun kami.
Okay.
We didn't go to a lot of different places because of that. Kasi baguhan, it's the first time niyang
Yes.
umuwi sa
Philippines.
Pilipinas. So,
Wait, yung concept mo na yun, actually na-mention mo yun na parang they lose a part of their soul. Tama ba? Yung na-mention mo? Yun yung fear mo, di ba? Na ayaw mong maiwan part of...
oo. Bago ka, so my theory is, and this is just mine, I don't know how true it is, because I also, like you, I'm also invested spiritually. I read a lot of spiritual books. I read Native American stuff and witches, voodoo.
Yeah.
Sa atin wala masyado eh. Wala pa
Yes,
nagpa-publish dito. So my theory is that bago ka mag 14 is I think the age na masosolidify yung spirit mo sa katawan mo.
Okay.
Pero before you turn 14, you can still lose part of your soul
Okay.
in places.
Mm.
And kaya I think that's why yung mga Hmong,
Yeah.
Hmong, in a Hmong culture, yung mga bata, binibigyan sila ng, it's a thread bracelet, and they wear it until it breaks.
Okay.
Kasi they're in their culture na pagbata ka, pwedeng kunin yung kaluluwa mo, and that's like your protection.
Yes.
Yung bracelet. And then, when you get lost, you can't come back. So it's the same thing. I think that you can lose part of your soul as a young child kung hindi ka protected until you're 14. And I think that the age 14 is critical kasi that's the last, before you turn 14 or at 14, that's the last time na makukurap ka nila, whoever, whatever.
I've heard that before na rin. May podcast ako napakinggan na mas US-based yung thought yata na yun. Di ko alam kung sa'yo yun yung same experience mo. Pero I think may US interview na ganun rin. Same rin yung idea niya na yun, up till 14, parang after 14, parang okay, welcome to the world. Parang ganun yung spirit.
It's so weird. Kasi nung 14 ako, doon din ako first time na nagkaroon ng sleep paralysis.
First talaga? Oo.
Yeah. So sleep paralysis, I was sa Baguio pa ako nun, sa Philippines pa.
Yes.
And I was sleeping on my bed, and then natakot pa ako kasi hindi ka makagalaw eh. You can't move anything. Gusto mong sumigaw, you can't scream. You're very aware, you're very awake. Tapos, what I saw was a whole bunch of black figures. Para ako nakahiga ng nasa coffin, I guess.
Yes.
And you're looking up and you see a whole bunch of things that are trying to get you, and they're trying to get to you aggressively. And then you fight, and then I think what I eventually did is I moved a toe.
Okay. Yes.
And so when I moved the toe, yun, nagising ako, and that was when I was 14. So sabi ko, wala, kinukuha yata ako, hindi ko alam sino kumukuha sa akin. The feeling is para ka pamamatay. So the second time that I had sleep paralysis na naalala ko, maybe I've had some in the past, I don't know. But the second time I remember, I was sick, like really, 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 really sick. And then nasa salas lang ako. Because ayokong matulog sa kwarto. I didn't want to get anybody sick. So nasa salas ako. And then the same thing, you can't move, you can't scream, and then these things come and get you. Pero I was so sick that sabi ko, I was fighting in the beginning, but I was so sick, sabi ko, it's fine. Just take me. Go ahead. I was like, go ahead, take me. If I die, I
Yeah.
die, right?
But you didn't.
I blacked out.
Okay.
So sabi ko, fine, take me. I blacked out. And then, no nagising ako the next day, I was so surprised na nagising ako.
Oo.
Because I thought I was
Oo. You
dead.
gave up na. Oo.
Oh, yeah, I was like, it's fine. I was so surprised. But I felt different. I felt like they took something from me, but I also felt like it wasn't a bad thing that they took
Okay.
from me. That it helped me become a better person. So I think they took something negative from
Negative.
me. I
Oo,
think.
yes. Oo. That's a nice
So
insight. Oo.
yeah, I know.
Parang you were, okay, kumbaga, again, metaphorically, you were holding on to something that you felt was a part of you, that you wanted it to be a part of you, but eventually because it wasn't good for you, di ba? Eventually, you let it go, tapos, uy, I'm feeling better.
Yeah, right? Yeah,
Oo.
it was weird. And I thought about that for weeks kasi yun nga yung first experience ko sa sleep paralysis is, fighting and it's always scary. And then
Yes.
this time, sabi ko, okay, I go. You can take me. Go ahead.
So you haven't had that experience again? Yung sleep paralysis na ganong,
Mm-mm.
wala na. Okay, mag-skip tayo Sorry ako nagsiskip for you.
No, go ahead.
You mentioned past lives when you tried mushrooms. Okay lang, walang judgment here.
No, I mean, I emailed you. You didn't email me.
Yeah,
So, like, I ask questions. I will tell. So, nirecord ko yun.
Okay. Nirecord mo yung experience?
Pero I was like this. Sandali, ito yung phone. I was like this, talking to my phone.
Okay.
But I was so high that everything was so loud.
Yes.
I did this at nighttime. Sabi ko, okay, I gotta take the whole thing, the whole thing, but it really wasn't a lot. It was just a little bit. And then I'll take the whole thing and I'll just hallucinate in my dream kasi natulog na ako.
Yes, okay.
Sabi ko, matutulog na lang ako, mag-hallucinate na lang ako sa panaginip ko. And then I woke up somewhere early in the morning. And then I was like, oh crap, I'm high. Nagising ako, I'm high. But so initially I felt like throwing up, and I think a lot of people have that feeling, feel like throwing up, and then my body was fighting it. I feel cold, I feel hot, I feel cold, I feel hot. Okay. But then I was like, okay, I gotta go, I gotta do this with intention. I was seeing things like shapes and stuff, and but everything, I recorded everything. And then I said, okay, show me my past lives. I want to see my past lives. And so it showed me. So during the journey, I learned that I spent a lot of my time in Spain.
Okay.
Different, as a man, as a woman, almost always Spain for some reason.
Okay.
And then, nakita ko rin yung lolo ko nung World War II na nagtago sila. Siya and then some other people, tinago niya sa cueva somewhere. And then may mga ahas.
Okay.
And natatakot yung mga Japanese.
Okay, to go there.
Japanese to go in. Kaya dun sila nagtago. And then I also saw na this was the biggest one, that I was part of a tribe, and I was parang general of this warring nation, pero hindi sa Pilipinas, but I was brown.
Okay.
Pero hindi sa Pilipinas, and I had a tattoo on my palm na it was this one. Wait,
Okay.
wrong. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. Yes. Oo.
yeah, it's this one, but it's on my palm. And so I was a general, and then I saw that we had that tattoo na it's for protection. And kasama ko sa life na yun, kasama ko yung kapatid ko, yung sister ko.
Mm-mm.
And pero hindi kami magkapatid. She now,
Yeah.
at that time was parang my second in command.
Okay.
So we've lived through multiple lives together. Pero a lot of my lives were fighting.
Yes.
As a soldier in Vietnam, soldier in that past life. I was
Vietnamese soldier.
Oh.
Oo.
And then there was a time that I was also speaking Spanish. I don't know if it's Mexico or kung sa Spain, but I was always a lot of it. I was a soldier. A lot of it too was nothing. You're just normal person.
Yes. Oo.
going through life and being normal. There's a few times that I was a healer and a dancer, pero that trip was significant because I listened to it again siguro maybe 3 weeks ago. And the entire time na nagre-record ko, I was whispering. I was so high, I was
Yes,
whispering. Pero yung whisper ko, softer pa ng softest whisper.
Yes. Ganun lang talaga. Pero, so wait, question ko actually. So, the reason na nanonote mo siya ngayon is you were actually telling yourself, okay, I'm in this war. Ganun yung pagka-describe mo, or how did you document yung
Hindi,
past
parang
lives?
kinakausap ko lang, so one of the lives that I had, I was a hero.
Mm-mm.
I was like, parang designated hero.
Mm-mm.
And I needed to go back to that life to cry for the people that I have lost.
Okay.
Like family and friends, because I had a lot of secrets that I couldn't tell anybody. And those secrets got people killed.
Okay.
And being a hero, I cannot cry for them. So when I was on my trip and I think it's like towards the last part, I was crying a lot kasi sabi ko, because I like my poor wife, my poor children, they had to die because of these secrets. So like I had, and then like I also said that I had to do this trip so that I can go back and cry for the people that I have lost.
Mm-mm.
So I thought that was really cool. Pero nakalimutan ko
Ano yung secret?
like after. No, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what the secrets are. I don't even know what position I held. I just knew that I was a hero.
Mm-mm.
And that a lot of people died because of me and because of the secrets that I held. And I couldn't cry because I wasn't supposed to cry for them.
Yes.
And I thought that was really cool. But yung like the other past lives, I was a dancer in Spain, yung folk dance nila.
Mm-mm.
I just saw myself in skirts and stuff. Nakita ko yung anak ko na he was a priest, a corrupt priest in Spain. And I feel like a lot of people na part of my life now has been part of my life
Ever
back
since.
then too. So that was very interesting. I think ilang hours ba yun na record ko, but most of the time what did I say?
Yes.
I was really whispering, but those are the ones that stood out for me nung
You were dictating what the past lives were.
sabi ko, I am now a soldier in the Vietnam War, and then in my mind I wanted to speak Vietnamese, pero
Yes.
I don't know how. So I started speaking in Spanish in a few of them, but it's broken Spanish. So.
Yes. Question din lang. So, since your dealer offered you, has he had experiences also?
Lagi siyang nagta-travel eh. So, lagi siyang, he always does it. Kasi like I said, he's more spiritual
Yes.
than I am. And at a certain age, we're all of us, lagi nating hinahanap kung, what's our spirituality, who we are, and this and that. And this was kind of part of his way to find out who he was. So he would always trip. And I heard somewhere na it's the same thing if you do ayahuasca. It's also like a hallucinogen. And then I think with these things, and the same thing with Native American, if you travel with intention, then your mind will open to it, and then you will go to where you want to go.
I'm not sure if nasasundan mo yun si Graham Hancock. He was talking about this controlled DMT exposure. So I'll probably post the link sa show notes when I talk about this. So they did that. It's a study ginawa siya sa university, sa isang school. Tama ba? Pero it was measured. It was afterwards, they would talk to the people who did it. So parang iba-iba yung experience. Hindi ko pa natatapos yung na yun. Pero yun nga, meron ka talagang experience when you do certain drugs, di ba? Certain natural, DMT is part of our system. They just give you more than necessary. That's why there are experiences. Pero yun nga, feeling ko, it is in a way a gateway to that. To seeing things, especially with intention nga, which is a good point. So hopefully nga, I mean, syempre illegal siya diba? sa ibang parts of the world, illegal siya. So parang ang hirap to encourage. Kasi alam ko sa Greeks, minabasa rin ako sa Greeks, they had this ritual. When you reach a certain age, parang initiation siya for people in general. When you reach a certain age, you do fasting. Parang you do a week, I don't know how many days of fasting. And then you go into that parang ritual. We are exposed to this hallucinogen. And this opens your mind to the world. Parang ganon.
It definitely was a different experience. Besides yung I'm so cold and then I'm so hot, then I'm so cold, then I'm so hot. But it was definitely a different experience kasi it really took me there. I saw a door in my kitchen that just kind of opened, and then I went through my past life. I think like you, I've had certain fascination with past lives. As in noon pa nung 20s ko pa, wala pang internet, no? Internet, bata pa yata internet. Yeah, I'm old.
Yes.
I think so. Anyway, I bought the CD. Na it's supposed to hypnotize you.
Yes.
To go to your past lives. And so, at night I would sit there and listen to the CD and try to imagine, go to the clouds somewhere, imagine your life here, blah, 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 and never worked. I always end up falling asleep. So it never worked. But, I did take a class here. It's a spiritual class, and it's more about learning yung mga healing plants.
Yes.
And it was, it's with a Filipino lady, and she goes from town to town and then teaches it. So one of the exercises that we did was to imagine where you were 600 years ago ba yun?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so what I saw was I was part of a tribo.
Mm-hmm.
Siguro nasa Pilipinas, I don't know. But I was in a house na parang bahay kubo.
Okay.
And then but our tribe was being invaded yung morning na. And then you know, yung early morning, parang yung movie ni Mel Gibson,
Oo. Yep.
Apocalypto.
Yes, oo.
Yeah, almost exactly like it. Like early morning, they came in, and the last thing that I remember, I was hit in the head.
Okay. Oo.
I died.
And then, black.
Yeah, and then I died. I was like, wow, I died.
Oo.
But yeah, that was, I think that was good. And then, alam mo yung class na yun, it was very helpful for me. Kasi it also incorporated a lot of other spiritual things. Like, for example, kung meron kang slight allergy to food, for
Yes.
example. Like, me, all of a sudden, naging allergic ako sa apples for some reason.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, for some reason. I just start to feel itchy in my throat, and it's just uncomfortable.
Yes.
Hindi naman yung mamamatay ako, you know,
Yes,
like
oh.
everything swells up and everything. No, it's just slight allergy. Sabi nung one of the practitioners over there, sabi niya, you know, talk to the fruit and tell it to vibrate in your frequency,
Mhm.
and before you take it. And then trinay ko naman, and it worked.
Oo.
So kung meron akong like slight allergy in any fruit, that's what I do, and I thought that was really cool to learn.
I'm not sure if the same thing siya sa Reiki. Baka magalit yung mga Reiki practitioner sa akin. Pero alam ko sa Reiki, may iba ginagawa ganon. May kilala akong ganon ginagawa niya. Before he drinks water, parang meron siyang prayer sa water. Hindi yung prayer, parang ganyan. Setting intention, masarap ka. Tapos naging refreshing yung water, ganon. So hindi ko alam if similar yung thought na ganon na
You know,
merong, you communicate with the,
yeah. Probably the same. Paris nung experiment na ginawa nung Japanese guy.
Yes, sa water, di ba?
Yeah. The water.
Galing.
We're on the same page.
Yes, correct. Shorthand na. Last few questions na lang. Right now, ano yung experiences mo? Ito kasi yung mga na-share mo mas past eh. More recent experiences. Do you have anything strange happening recently with you? It's all the same.
No, nothing new. I think the ones that stand out, yung mga weirdest, is seeing a ghost in a car, or spirit in a car, or the one that was not so much creepy, pero nakakagulat lang. Yung meron this spirit on a motorcycle, and I didn't know na spirit at that time. Pero they passed me, and then they went and they entered to a parking garage.
Okay.
Pero yung inenteran, I was walking at that time. Pero nung na-reach ko yung inenteran nilang garage, the part na nakita kong nag-enteran nila, it was a brick wall.
Okay.
So there was nothing there. So I was like, oh, okay. So that wasn't a real thing. That was a spirit passing by. So not so much that. Hotels. We stayed at a hotel one time, and yung hotel na yon, yung first na hotel in that area, in that place, and yung nakita ko na nasa banyo, nilagay nila kami sa oldest part ng hotel. So nakita ko na nasa banyo was a woman wearing black, like a white woman. Pero she felt unkind. Yung kasama ko, nakita lalaki.
Talaga?
Oo, nandun sa like hallway na lalaki. Pero yeah, nung pagpasok namin, we both felt na merong something.
Yes, sa room.
In there. And yung hotel na yun, meron din daw, because I looked it up afterwards, na after we stayed, I looked it up kung merong paranormal activities. Meron daw sometimes yung room na nandun sa pinakataas, sometimes it has a light, like a light in the room, and then meron daw bata na bumababa sometimes. But I didn't see that. Nakita ko yung matandang babae ang nakita ko
Mm-mm.
na nasa banyo
Oo.
na naninilip.
Talaga?
No,
So,
no,
habang-
no, no, I'm just
Okay.
joking.
Pero nakita mo siya,
Oo.
kunyari nasa labas ka ng CR, nakita mo nandun yung Lady in Black. Ganun
Oo.
ba? Oo.
Oo. Nakakatakot siya eh.
Tumingin sa'yo or
Oo,
parang...
tignan ako lang. Ayaw niya ako nandun. Yeah,
Grabe no.
nakakatakot.
Oo. Meron ka pa palang, sorry, na-check ko sa email mo. Sabi mo, may question ka kung sa ibang experiencers, gaya nila JP, nila Sam, na sabi mo, feeling mo wala kang guide. Wala kang
Yeah.
spirit guide, oo. And sabi mo, ano yung sabi mo na your mom doesn't like talking about it?
Oh, yung mga multo, yung mga
Okay.
ganyan, like, yeah, anything spiritual. I don't know why she doesn't like, pero she, yung protective powers niya napakalakas.
Talaga?
Nung nandito siya noon, dito sa bahay, if the house felt really protected. Tapos nung umuwi siya dyan sa Pilipinas na nag-permanent na sila dyan, the house felt naked, like,
Okay.
vulnerable.
Talaga? Oo.
Oo. Pero ewan ko kung bakit ayaw nilang pinag-uusapan. I think sa in their mind na pag pinag-uusapan mo, you're giving them power.
Yes, oo. In a way, I think, di ba? Kasi the belief powers eh. Pero yun nga, I guess depende rin sa intention, depende rin sa energy na nagre-reside sa house. I'm not sure if napakinggan mo na episode na Paranormal Investigator. Episode 100 and 131. So si Sir Gerard...
Oh yeah, I did.
Oo. So,
the name Gerard.
Yes, oo. So yun nga, sabi niya, just try it na before sleeping, have that intention na if I have guides, introduce yourself to me. And the first thing that comes to your mind when you wake up daw, usually is the name of that guide. It depends.
Wala. Trinay ko.
Baka hindi pa time. Baka hindi pa time.
But you know what? The thing is that maybe there is. Kasi I know certain things, like, for example, healing, right? I don't know if it's just because of age na, as you get older, you're exposed to a lot of things and a lot of people, but like when I touch somebody, like massage, I can usually tell kung saan yung sakit nila.
Okay. Oo.
So, and then I would know what to do.
So, kunyari ganun, how would you know what to do? Parang hilot? Parang, okay, parang ganun? Kunyari, alam mong merong parang something sa shoulder, ano niya, maano mo ba yun? Mahihilot mo? Parang ganun ba? Sorry, baka you could expound on that.
Parang hilot. But, well, I've never had Filipino hilot.
Okay.
So.
Yes. So you wouldn't know.
So hindi ko alam kung anong comparison. Pero for me, it's mostly like I know where it is and I feel their energy, and then I take that negative energy that's causing them pain, and then I take it and I bring it to the ground, and then just kind of find a way to recycle it.
Okay.
And bring it back in their body. But I don't do it often. And nausap ko noon yung practitioner nga na pumunta dito. Sabi ko, do you think that I should start doing that and have them come to my home? Sabi niya, wag. Because you don't know kung anong ini-invite mo sa bahay mo. If you have like a place that you can go to, maybe, pero never in your home, sabi niya.
Yes. Meron tayong phone-in comment dito. Sabi,
yeah, please.
Okay, ang sabi, tell her not everything she sees needs to be found out. Sometimes she just sees it, but that doesn't mean she needs to entertain. And spoiler, she has a guide. Yun lang ang sabi sa akin. I cannot name names, pero yun lang ang sabi sa akin. she, ang sabi, she's not always with her, but that doesn't mean she's not with her. Kasi parang ang understanding ko rin sa guides from the people I've talked to, they come and go. They aren't there all the time, but they are there. Parang I think si JP nagsabi nun, imagine them parang tito or tita mo na if you need them, they'll be there. They'll help you. And then pag tapos na, okay, I'm out.
You know,
Parang,
I think I believe that. But there was one time, like, I feel like everybody goes through certain death.
yes.
Not necessarily na mamamatay ka,
Yes.
but like if you get injured so badly and then, you know, it takes a while for you to get better, or kung, say for example, you lost the love of your life, you know, it's still a certain kind
Yes.
of death. And I feel like in those moments, merong kang kasama. There was a time that I feel like I was battling a lot of negative thoughts.
Yes.
And in those times, I had 2 dogs with me that was helping me. Pero whoever said that is right. They don't stay.
Mm.
They come and go. And there's Native American spirit animal.
Yes. Yes.
So there's also a turtle that's also been around. Pero the dogs are the ones that are constant. But yeah, they come and go. They're not always here. Only when I need like heavy protection.
Yeah. Meron pa isang phone in. Wait, hanapin ko yun. Di ko lalaglag yung mga nagsabi kasi baka ayaw nila.
No,
Wait.
please do. I want to know.
may isa naman. So, sabi niya, wait, hinahanap ko lang yung... Kasi nag-chat sila dito. Ang haba-haba eh.
Baka may nakikita sa likod.
Ako naka-blur na, huwag kang magsabi ah. Kung makita ka, huwag kang magsabi ah.
You know, I was thinking about this today. I was like, I'm gonna take them into my room because it's the only one na walang papasok na mag-i-istorbo sa akin.
Okay.
Pag doon ako sa labas. Like, let me ask you, how did you get started on this one? Kasi yung first episode mo, ni-record mo noong 2016, pero
Yes.
hindi lumabas until like years later.
Hindi siya lumabas sa Spotify, but it came out, we published it around 2016. Pero yun lang nga, parang an episode in 6 months and it was just out in a SoundCloud lang yata. Sa SoundCloud lang eh. Because I didn't want to pay because for you to have it on Spotify before 2020 or 2019, for you to have it on Spotify, you had to have had a server to house your files para ma-publish mo. Eventually, right now, si Spotify, you can publish it with them. So you don't have to pay server fees. Pero yun, talaga mahilig lang ako with horror stories. Yun nga eh. It started out with just scary stories and eventually mas naging about awareness to the spiritual world. Ganun yung eventual movement.
Yeah. Because for me, kasi yung nanay ko religious, right? But for me, growing up Catholic, you know, I went to a Catholic school. Pero pag nagka-question naman ako sa mga teacher ko, parang they don't really answer my questions. So I've always just been curious to find out, you know, what is Catholicism, where it came, and all this stuff. And then nabasa ko yung history ng Christianity, and then that's when I'm like, oh, okay. At saka yung alam mo yung mga pare sa Philippines and here, especially here, nung nag-start kumukuha sa church dito, naka-Rolex sila, and then they drive nice cars. And so, in my mind, like, di ba dapat, you know, you take the vow of poverty and blah, 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 and then, but they have more than we do, and we're giving them our money.
Yes.
So that's why I was like, okay, maybe it's not the right way.
In fairness, you know, in fairness to some, again, hindi ko alam tawag sa ganun, let's say houses. Parang parang Game of Thrones. In fairness, to some brotherhoods, chime in kayo kung anong tamang term doon na. Some of them don't have the vow of poverty. So, yun. Merong priests, let's say, hindi ko alam yung tamang term. Sorry, hindi ko alam yung tamang term. Pero there are priests who do not have the vow of poverty. But I get your point na, for me, same thing na, why are you living like that when you're supposed to be helping others? Diba? Yun yung point eh. Gagalit na naman sa akin ang mga Roman
I'm
Catholic.
sorry.
Okay lang. Ako, I have the same feelings. I have the same. If you've heard nga yung, there was this episode yung kay Fallen Goddess na she was in Rome, she was in the Vatican, and she saw on top of one of the churches in Vatican, merong fallen angel.
Oh, yeah. I remember hearing that.
Diba?
Yeah.
So parang if you think about that, bakit nandun? Obviously, merong energy doon na attracting that. I'm not saying it's evil, but I'm saying it's attracting that energy there.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Alam mo, ang dito, the place to go to, kung gusto mo makita ng ng mga ganyan, spirits and stuff, Louisiana sa mga plantation.
Talaga?
Mm-mm.
Have you visited that those areas?
Oo.
Ano nakita mo?
Without plantation, usually it's just you just feel the suffering, yung mga slaves and stuff. There are sa French Quarter in Louisiana alone, it feels greedy, parang marumi. Not so much, katagal na eh. So
Yes.
not so much like seeing, maybe I wasn't aware kasi maliit pa yung anak ko nun.
Oh.
But the whole feeling ng Louisiana, it feels dirty but also at the same time mysterious.
Okay.
So gusto kong pumunta doon pag lang Halloween.
talaga nagte-tempt ka ng ng experience
Oh no, merong isang old hospital here na Jesus, what do you call it? Psych ward noon. Pero hindi na. And it's reported na maraming sightings. Pero ayokong pumunta.
Saan? Dyan mismo sa Washington State?
Oo, yeah. Ayokong pumunta. Yung kaibigan ko, kasi hindi siya nakakita eh.
Yes.
So, lagi siya, he likes the paranormal, he likes all these creepy stuff, pero hindi siya nakakita. Gusto niya pumunta, sabi ko, ayoko, baka mamaya may sumama sa atin. So,
Totoo.
ayoko.
May nakita ka na sumama before di ba?
At least yung matandang babae yun, hindi siya, she wasn't, harmful, pero
yeah, she still followed.
pag may sumama sa'yo na harmful, then yeah, that's not cool.
May question dito. How about good spirits and angels? Saan yung okay na place sa US or if you've visited other places around the world na peaceful yung for you yung parang sabi mo na protected dyan sa house mo. Are there other places in the US that you felt that way?
Besides cementerio?
Sa cementerio talaga?
I often take pictures sa cementerio like yung mga old na punsyon and stuff like that. Yung mga nandun, parang nandun lang sila. Like, I think somebody said na accepted na nila na patay sila. And so they're just more calm and they're not really malevolent. Some churches, pero yung churches na hindi laging dinadayo ng tao, they're like out of the way na church. And I believe it or not, yung forest sa Canada, in Banff, it was yung first time kong pumunta doon, you see the forest so green and so wide, and you feel the wildness. You can feel yung mga the wild animals that live there, pero it feels peaceful. I remember. Dali. Sa orchard. Sa cherry or apple orchard.
Okay. Oo.
Yeah, kasi marami dito yon.
Okay.
So every April, yung nagbo-bloom yung sakura the cherry
Yes.
blossoms, apple. I mean, all the fruit-bearing trees and apples and pears and stuff like that. So one time pumunta ako doon kasi sabi ko, I wanted to get a picture of a sakura blossom.
Okay.
Kasi yung mga places dito sa city, when they bloom, maraming tao. So I went to
Far away. Yes.
far away into the farms to go and take pictures of cherry blossoms. And then on that time, maraming bees
Okay.
na they were taking the pollen, but I sat there and I just listened to the bees kasi their buzzing sounded very happy.
Yes.
And it was so peaceful and calming at the same time that I just sat there and I just listened to them, and I wasn't worried na masisting ako or anything like that. It was actually one of the great experiences for, I guess, your body to have for good vibrations and stuff.
Yes. May follow-up question dun sa ano na yun.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Baka mahirapan ka lang pero sabi niya, what's your theory? This is a bit deep lang. But what's your theory on what this life is about? I mean, you have had thoughts about it, pero do you have like a deeper personal theory?
My life?
Yeah. Life.
Life in general or my life?
Mr. Question Sender? It was general. Life in general.
What is, say that again? Ano ang...
What's your theory on what this life is about? Why are we here? Ang lalim, no? Grabe naman yung question mo, Mr.
No. It's good. It's good. Why are we here? I think it's for... I think we are here to feel, to not necessarily like... Because lahat naman tayo, I feel like nung bata tayo, we were raised to have a goal na paglaki mo magiging ganito ka, magiging doktor ka, magiging whatever, But I feel like if you take away that option, like if we just lived a life like we did whatever we wanted to do, pero without the burden of money and making a living, I think we would adventure more and feel more. And we will find yung purpose natin is, our purpose would be more defined and more clear to us. We're not always just
grinding,
Yeah, because especially here,
yes, especially there.
It's wala kang downtime. You work so hard, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, if not more. Tapos, what you're making is not enough. So when you get home, 2 days is not enough for you to spend for yourself. In one day, you do your chores. Second day, errands and stuff like that. Then back to work again. But if we didn't have that burden, I think we would be able to do the things. I think for me personally, I think kung wala akong burden, I would definitely learn more about yung mga native plants here that I can use for healing, or I would probably learn more from different cultures, hindi lang yung nandito. Especially, sa Philippines, we have so many plants.
Yes, oo nga. And yun nga yung the other day nga sabi nung may nakausap ako, sabi niya, basil daw, sa province nila, basil daw, if you have a wound, you get a fresh leaf of basil and you tatapal mo sa wound. That's what they do. They don't put medicine. Basil lang. So ko parang, may ganun pala yun. May qualities palang basil na ganun. So, ang daming old knowledge na hindi na pa-pass down or parang na push away because, modern science, pills, and all the new drugs, di ba? So, yun yung
nawawala. Yung mga uncles, aunties, lolo, lola. Kasi isa lang yung lola ko na, like, I only grew up with one grandparent, yung lola ko lang. Pero yung mga auntie tsaka uncle, they know yung kung ano ang plants that you can use pag masakitan siya,
Yes, oo.
ganyan. So, sabi ko kay daddy, sulat niyo para pero they don't.
Yes, oo nga
Kaya
eh.
nawawala yung mga,
Nawawala.
yeah.
Especially, you grew up in Baguio ba?
Mm-mm.
Weird question, pero do you have, may lineage ba kayo nung locals, meaning yung indigenous sa Baguio?
Yung dad ko, Manila. Yung mama ko, Dagupan.
Ah, okay.
Pero yung mga kaklase ko, yes.
Ah, okay. Kasi maraming tradition doon na yun nga. Hindi natin alam if napapasa. Pero may mga napapasa nga daw. Hindi lang available for public. Oh.
Yun nga lang nung lumalaki ako doon, marami akong mga kapitbahay na mga indigenous tribes like Igorot, Kankanay, and all that stuff. Pero, pinagbabawalan ako ng mami ko na kung meron silang kanyaw, pinagbabawalan. Kasi naririnig namin eh.
Yes, oo.
Pinagbabawalan nila kami pumunta doon, bawal daw. Nung umuwi ako just recently, yung asawa ng pinsan ko, she's Igorot. And she said, no, pag may narinig kang nagkakanyaw, pag may naririnig ka, that means that's the call for everybody to come. Yeah. And maski na kaya malakas, so wherever you are, pag narinig mo yun, you come. Sabi niya. Sabi ko sabi naman kasi ni mami, bawal eh. But I was always curious.
Yes. But have you told your mom kung yung mga na-experience mo? Have you told her your paranormal experiences or you choose not to?
Kasi pag sinasabi ko, hi, pinag-usapan yan. Pero, I talk about it with my kids kasi I raised them differently.
Yes.
I raised them to be more aware spiritually. And I told them, you can find your own religion if you want.
Yes.
Yung panganay ko is very, very spiritual, very Christian. But I think more recently it's more like more spirit. He believes more in the spirit than not necessarily like just one God. So I think because of that, yung beliefs nila and it is a little bit different than the norm.
Again, related to that, may phone-in question na naman. Last na. Sorry
Hindi, okay lang.
Bonfire, sorry.
Hindi pa ako nato.
Okay ka pa? Okay, sige. Okay. Ang question is, do you think your lineage or your ancestry has this ability? The same thing you have. And do you hear stories from your mom if her elders had it too? Meaning her lola, her lolo?
Wala, namatay na yung mga magulang niya nung 9 years old na ako. So,
okay. So hindi niya na alam, oo.
Hindi niya alam. Pero I think yung lineage ko is from the mother side. Maybe meron din father side, ewan ko. Pero ang alam ko, ang intuition ko is mga babae lang. Hindi, kasi tinanong ko yung dalawang kuya ko sabi nila wala naman daw.
Pero sa children mo?
So, my kids are both trans.
Okay.
Transgender. So, pinanganak silang girl.
Okay.
So, that's why I think they have it.
Okay. So sa female, ang theory mo sa female lineage, sa females lang napapas. Ako naman yung theory ko dyan is parang lumalabas if kasi binibase ko on energy, on masculine or feminine energy. Kasi napansin namin, na observation lang namin ito ng ibang past guest. Karamihan, pag-base ko sa number of sa guests ko and male-female ratio ang ratio skewed hard to females. Females, karamihan female ang experiencers. Na nakakausap ko. I'm sure meron ng mga lalaki rin. Meron mga lalaki rin, yes, pero konti sila. Tapos, meron rin sa gay men. So, feeling ko it's more of yung intuition kasi is baka it's more of a feminine thing. Hindi ko alam. Ayoko maging sexist. Pero yun, so feeling ko it has something to do with the feminine energy. Kaya mas aware o mas sensitive ang yun, kung malakas ang feminine energy. So, theory ko lang yun.
You
Meron
think
din
so?
naman. Meron din naman males pero
Hindi pa kasi karamihan ng mga Filipino male, guys are not really raised to be sensitive to their emotions.
yes.
So I don't know if it has something to do with that too.
It's a running theory. Kasi napansin ko rin, ang sensitives, hyper-aware, meaning hyper-observant rin sila. So small things around, visually so napapansin ko, same sa'yo na hearing, di ba? Yung smallest things na napapansin and then baka dahil yabang masculine energy ako, hindi, may mga things na hindi ko napapansin or I choose to ignore. So baka ganun hindi ko rin alam. Pero yun, may follow-up story ka ba, Bonfire, before tayo mag-close? Or may question ka ba na pwede natin i-send to the either para masagot nila?
You know, the funny thing is that pag hindi na kita kinakausap, it comes.
Okay. It's okay. Pwede naman yung follow-up. Pwede tayo mag-follow-up if ever.
So left brain and right brain. So, yes, it is. Pero, you know, I'm both creative and logical because I work in the tech industry. Hindi ako nurse.
Okay. Aba! Congratulations! Wala ka sa medical field, okay.
No, I'm not in the medical field. It's very technical.
Yes.
So very logical, lots of troubleshooting and stuff like that. Pero at the same time, I'm also a creative. I don't draw, but I take photos and I mash the pictures to create something. And you know, like I create things with my hands too. I do jewelry and stuff. So I don't know. You know, I do want to say na because of your show, I would like to thank you because of your show and to everybody that's out there. Kasi nabavalidate yung mga experience ko.
Yes.
Because wala naman kasi akong kinakausap dito na Pino, ganun, you know, I don't really share these things to anybody because sabi nila, sira ulo ka.
Oo.
So, yung mga nakakausap mo, sabi nila na nakakita sila and then it's just in their mind kind of thing. And, you know, it validates yung experience ko na, okay, hindi lang pala ako ang ganon na nakakita ng ganon. Kasi, ang palagay ko noon, yung mga nakakita, like they really see it like right in front of them all the time.
Yes. So,
Pero meron din pala yung nakakaparis ko na it's just in my mind sa ay na nakikita ko. So, yeah, that's really cool. And thank you.
Hey, thank you, Ren. Thank you for sharing. I mean, the stories shared, they help other people realize na they're not the only ones with these experiences. Actually, na-mention mo nga yan na mind's eye. I had an interview the other night lang, 2 nights ago. Same thing, sabi niya na parang, I asked her, maybe you can share your experience with this. How is it for you when you see something in your mind's eye? Kasi parang, for me, kagaya nun, she was telling me about this old man that she saw in her mind's eye. So sabi ko, when you mentioned that, I could kind of picture, using my imagination, I could picture the old man. Parang, based on your description, but there are details missing. So you, when you see something in your mind's eye, how does it come to you? Parang, may details ba? May small details? Kasi minsan, may emotion attached, di ba? When you see something in your mind's eye. Or am I assuming na same for you?
My details.
Okay.
So, yung first time ko nakakita ng, what's that called? Carriage. Pero it's an old, classic kind of carriage. Horse-drawn carriage.
Yes. Saan yun? Diyan sa...
Yeah. So nasa freeway ako and then I look over. Nakita ko yung horse-drawn carriage. Sabi
Sa
ko,
freeway? Oo.
yeah, I'm like, what's this doing here? So it's like, it's out of place. Pero, you know, I saw that it was, nakita ko it was black. It was a black horse and may mga tao sa likod. ewan ko, maybe they're pilgrims
Mm.
from a long time ago na they're headed over there. And so my details hindi buong picture, parang kita mo pag nagsa-sightseeing ka, di ba nakikita mo lahat.
Yes.
So it's like that for me.
Mm. Sige, magandang insight yun. Tapos, na-mention na nung nakausap namin before kung how it comes and goes. So for you, it comes, parang flashes lang daw eh. It comes, flash, you see details, you see everything, and then it's gone. Is it the same for you? Pag
Yeah.
mind's eye?
Question ko sa'yo. Nananaginip ka?
Hindi. But honest answer yan. So parang sobrang bihira ako managinip. Sobrang bihira. Bakit?
Kasi ako, pag nananaginip ako, sobrang detailed.
Details,
Pag kinikwento ko yung panaginip ko, it's so detailed that parang ang haba-haba ng panaginip ko pero hindi. Right?
Yes.
Kasi, I start here and then I end here. I don't know, I don't have a dream right now. Pero, it's detailed pag nananaginip ako. Pag naka-on yung Wi-Fi, high definition. High def yung
pero
panaginip ko.
seryoso, anong pag na-on ng Wi-Fi? Meaning, may dreams ka na high definition talaga?
Yeah. Pero pag normal na nanaginip ako, black and white or muted color. Pero pag naka-on yung Wi-Fi, ina-unplug ko yung Wi-Fi every night. Pero pag naka-on yung Wi-Fi, high def, my feelings, parang nandun ako mismo.
Literal na wife. Kala ko parang analogy yung sasabi mo pag literal na pag naka-on na Wi-Fi sa bahay.
Yup.
Ang galing ah.
Yup. Sabi yan ng anak ko, you should keep the Wi-Fi on. I like my dreams.
Pero question, so do you get to control your dreams pag nandun ka sa dreams? Or parang it's just you're living it? Wala kang sense of control?
Hindi, may control ako.
Okay.
Especially kung flying dreams. But I haven't had a flying dream in a long time. So, but if flying dreams, you force yourself to fly. Pero I haven't had those in a long time. Pero pag nananaginip ako, I haven't had any dream in a long time to you chasing dreams. Usually those are horrible kasi hindi mo you can't run fast enough from the bad guys. Right?
Yes,
pag hinahabol ka sa panaginip mo. Pero pag more so now may control ako sa dreams ko.
Pero alam mo, I've had this conversation with a friend. Sorry, last na before we go.
No, that's fine. You can keep going.
Okay. I've had this conversation with a friend, a close friend, na sabi niya, pag nanaginip ba kayo, nakakontrol nyo? Meaning, siya kasi kung gusto niya maging managinip, kunyari, before he sleeps, parang gusto kong mag-dream na night ako with an adventure na gano'n. And he can do that. So parang sabi ko, hindi ganyan mag-dream ang tao. Normal na tao. So apparently, marami kayo na... Pero siya, wala siyang paranormal experiences. Pero yung dreams niya, ang vivid and nakakontrol niya. So for me, parang may ibang tao talaga na gano'n eh. Na yung may control sa dreams, may vivid dreams na naalala pa nila. Ako talagang parang it's fleeting. Fleeting ang dreams.
I used to journal my dreams, pero napaka-detailed, napakahaba. So I just stop.
Alam mo ginagawa na iba ngayon? Voice memo. Parang if they wake up, just kakwento nila yung dream nila, blah, 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 and then go back to sleep. Voice memo na daw ngayon. High-tech na high-tech.
It's not a bad idea, actually. Yeah. But, I think, the Wi-Fi.
Oo. First ko narinig yan, Wi-Fi. O sa mga gusto ng vivid dreams, on yung Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi dreams na kayo matulog sa tabi ng Wi-Fi.
Oo. Pero ano yun, literal na malapit sa yung router, hindi naman?
Dito sa kwarto ko kasi.
Okay. Pag nag-dream ka doon ng number sa Lotto, share mo sa amin.
For sure.
Baka para dito sa PH yan.
Baka nag-astral project ako in the future somewhere. Nandyan, right?
Oo, bumibisita ka naman sa Philippines, di ba?
Right.
Sa dreams, sa pag-astral projection mo.
Well, I was gonna say that the most common ones dito na nakikita ko is definitely yung old Native American, especially pag nandun ako nag-hiking. Especially in a hiking area na it's not populated too much, na walang masyadong pupunta.
Mm-mm. Baka may ano ka, baka may affinity ka rin for them. Baka may past life. Wala ka na visit na past life na Native American.
Meron siguro, maybe. Because, I was fighting a lot.
Okay. Pero yun, thank you. Thank you for sharing rin. I think, again, yung nag-stick out for me sa stories mo yung entity na nagpo-push for people to eat more.
Oh my God!
Junk food. Bigla ako na mapaisip minsan talaga, baka meron nga dito. Na ganun.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
Nag-change ba appearance nun when if it's successful, kunyari it entices someone to eat junk food? Para it's constant lang na itsura niya.
Oh, it remains the same pero laging nandun. Every day, laging nandun. And everybody that's worked there for a long time, they're unhappy.
Oo. Pero that's the only place you've seen something like that? Meaning in other work spaces or other areas?
Yeah. Not even sa school, and that school's been around for a long time. Yeah, that just that Spirited Away.
Spirited Away, ako nga eh. Naisip ko nga
Meron ba yun?
Yung
Meron
black,
ba yun doon?
yung si No Face yata yun eh. Tama, yung parang parents niya sa No Face ko na lang, No Face.
I haven't seen, matagal ko na hindi panoorin.
Parang may nagpo-push sa kanila kumain yata eh, sa Spirited Away. If I remember right.
Meron pala dito sa Amerika yan.
Oo, meron pala. Hindi lang Japan eh, no?
Hindi lang Japan, pati dito sa Amerika. Right? In your workplaces.
Feeding on you. Grabe, no?
Wala pa dyan sa Pilipinas yung gano'n?
Wala pa ako narinig na gano'n na story. Wala pa ako narinig. Baka mas US-based nga siya. Ganun eh, no? Ginudge na yung Americans. Pero kasi, grabe rin kasi yung eating habits minsan. Di ba yung servings, di ba? Servings pa lang sa US, nakakaano na eh. Overwhelmed. Sige, John, you raised your hand. Sige.
Hello. Hi, Bonfire.
Hi!
Ayan, may question lang ako. Kasi I've read this somewhere in a book na whenever medyo siguro magiging a bit, I don't know, religious tayo, ako a bit dito. Because I've read in a book na every time, because Jesus is a kind of like a high level spiritual entity, something like that. And whenever he would go back to earth, he would be guarded by angels. So parang may shield siya. Because somehow this place daw is generally not so good. So kaya may bantay siya parati in order not to be tempted. Kasi ang theory ko din dyan is kaya hindi sumasabit yung curse sa kanya is kasi malinis siya. So yung sa mga naglulure, I mean, if iisipin natin, parang bihira kasi yung whenever I ask na, do people see angels here? Usually they don't. They see a lot of dark, talaga.
Shadows.
Oo. So, sobrang bihira. Yung parang kapag may angels, parang sobrang dalang. Tapos, hindi mo sila makikita nandito. Usually, galing sila sa taas, tapos bababa bigla. Bibisita saglit, may sasabihin, itong gagawin. Tapos, alis na sila. So, yeah.
Because we're so dirty, that's why.
I don't know, but
we are human, that's why. So, grabe naman maka-judge. Si Coach lang yung dirty, pero sige lang.
Actually yung world natin, kaya nagpadala ng, kumbaga, Jesus, medyo naging magulo na sa Bible because nga sinamahan na ng politics doon. However, yung entity na Jesus, he is known by another name kasi somewhere in another location other than Earth, na he's really precious, na pumunta siya dito to sacrifice himself for humanity's sake, for this world's sake, to somehow level up our spirituality.
Yeah.
Yeah, so parang andun tayo sa stage of choice because we have this free will, but still we have to choose and we have to guard. Wait lang, ba't nga ba ako nag-raise ng hand? May
Oo
question,
nga, hindi ko rin alam eh.
may question ako eh. Yung sa, nawala ako. Stepping na naman ako bigla nawawala.
Dumi mo kasi, coach eh.
Oo nga eh, gutom na. I'm just saying
It's
na
so
parang I
funny.
enjoyed everything. And parang actually ako yung nagtanong kanina na mostly kasi talaga wala nakikitang most good here. I mean, with you yourself, parang yung sa peaceful thing, it's even in the cemetery eh. So, not usually in the city, may makikita ka having good. I just wonder how we as humans, in your opinion siguro, could level up.
Nick, question ko sa'yo. Before I answer, I don't know if I really have an answer, but I'll talk and maybe answer. Question ko sa'yo. Diba, I forgot, sino kausap mo, I think a friend of yours na nakita si Matias de...
Matias, yes, si Matias.
Yeah, so he's talking about some of that. And then, meron nakapagsabi sa akin noon na oh my gosh, you're gonna really get religious. Jesus was the last of the higher beings that we can consider aliens, that quote unquote aliens.
Yes.
That came into Earth. So, no, kinausap mo si your friend that talked about Matias. I listened to other podcasts na meron si
Matias.
Matias,
Yes.
and he kind of talks about that a little bit, and you know how there is going to be, I guess the biggest not lesson, but the biggest thing that I got from him is that there's going to be chaos before order. So you can say maybe World War III is coming. I don't know, but everything right now is very chaotic. And I think I not necessarily believe him, but I see it too na mangyayari yun before we can arrange ourselves to be orderly. I don't know if I said that right. Kasi yung mga bata, yung anak ko, yung dalawang anak ko, iba yung thinking nila now than us, Nick, in our generation, the people that raised us, you know, iba yung thinking nila, and these guys with all the information that's available to them on the internet, they're more towards equality and, you know, why are the old people like this? So I think, yes, chaos is going to happen before we're going to have order. And then, yes, maybe there's Jesus is going to come, not necessarily to save us all, but probably a second coming to, I don't know, bring us to salvation, or some leaders going to tell us how we're going to organize ourselves. Probably we'll see it in our lifetime.
Ako from the experiencers, ET experiencers I've been listening to, and spiritual people who have been observing the same thing, they're saying na it has to come from within us. Parang there will be no higher power. Ito yung belief ko from what they've been saying. There will be no higher power that will come and say, okay, and then we'll fix things. No. We have to fix it. We have to adjust. We have to open minds. Kaya, yun ako, honestly, this is one of the goals of the podcast. It is to open minds. It is to open it to the spiritual world and to be good. Kumbaga yung message ni Jesus, let's just be good to each other. I mean, there will be disagreements, there will be all that arguments, pero let's try to be good. And hopefully that with an open mind and with that goal of being good to other people, hopefully that opens up the universe to us. Kasi parang yun yung Napaka-ET. Yun yung iniintay ko na mangyari na, our cosmic brethren are here. They've been watching us all this time. Assumption ko lang yon.
Makikita pa kaya natin?
Oo naman. Oo.
In our
Hopeful tayo dyan.
lifetime.
Hopeful tayo dyan. In our future lives. Pero yun, so parang mas yun yung ano ko.
Hopefully I remember.
You will. You just take some mushrooms from your dealer. Tapos you'll remember that naman.
That was one time.
It's okay. I no judgment. Sorry, Coach Jan. Nasagot ba namin yung tanong?
Yeah. Napunta tayo sa mushroom, sorry.
Oo nga eh.
But, nakalimutan ko na yung question mo. Like, Jesus, coming down, spirituality. Yeah. So, it would be cool to see it yung when we get to a point in time na wala na tayong chaos. I think so. Wars.
Mm-mm.
You know, and I was just talking about this just kanina lang recently. Sabi ko, you know, lahat ng countries may kanya-kanya silang resources na abundant. And you know, we're in 2023, we're in the age where we see everything almost everything online. Pero why do we still charge for import, export, for tariffs? You know, why can't we just like share what we have? Na wala na yung protocols for like taxing people.
US.
Like, yeah,
US kasi US.
we would all benefit. Yeah. No. You know, there is coming from here, maraming movement right now here na anti-colonialism, yung mga American-born Filipinos that want to learn more about yung culture,
Yes.
kung ano, kasi yung mga magulang nila, the people that are older than me, nang punta sila dito, syempre, pag kinakausap nila yung mga anak nila, English.
English na.
Kasi,
Yes.
yeah, kasi daw, baka, what do you call it, ma-confuse yung bata. Yung
Yes.
dalawang language. So,
Kaya nagulat nga ako sa'yo na considering you were there 14 years old, na nakakatagalog ka pa rin.
Unagilo ka na pa. What's up?
Okay. Mga Ilocano dyan. Represent.
Taga Bagyo.
Ayun, Baguio represent.
Yeah, no, when I started listening to your podcast, sabi ko, ay, Tagalog, I miss you. Minsan, tumatawa na lang ako sa office na mag-isa ako kasi, you know, you guys have jokes sometimes. I was like, it's so nice to hear. Kasi wala naman, kasi ako maraming kabarkada ng Filipino kasi sometimes yung mga Pilipino na pupunta dito sa Amerika, nag-iiba yung attitude.
Yes, oo naman.
So,
yes.
yeah.
Tsaka very vanilla. Very vanilla dyan sa state mo no?
What do you mean by vanilla?
Maraming puti. Tama ba?
Iba yung definition ko ng vanilla.
Talaga?
Madumi yung definition.
Okay, sorry. Sorry. Wrong term.
Yeah, uwi na ako. Hindi ako na dito.
Balik ka ng Baguio.
Right?
Connect with your Baguio ghosts.
Oh, no. Ewan ko. Alam mo yung anak ko, numuwi ako noong 2004, may nakita siyang floating head doon sa kwarto. Blue lady daw, tapos floating head daw.
Blue-skinned. May kasama tayo dito nakakita rin ng ganyan nung bata siya. Blue-skinned. So, theory ko, E.T. Kasi Indian religion may blue-skinned di ba? Tapos merong E.T. race supposedly, Pleiadians, iba sa kanila blue-skinned.
Huh.
So I don't know kung ayun, sabi naman si TJ may comment na naman. Baguio spirits kasi they lost their land. So maybe that's why they are more aggressive. Ganun ba TJ? Hotdog?
Mga indigenous tribes?
Possible, no?
Siguro. Yung mga puti kasi.
Ayan, ang mga puti kasi. Kasalanan nila yan. Pero yun, Thank you, Bonfire. Thank you for sharing and sana marami matutunan sila sa iyo sa stories mo.
I hope so. Thank you. Thanks, TJ.
Thank you. Ingat. Good night. Thank you again, Bonfire, for reaching out and sharing your stories. May time difference pero kinaya mo. So, ingat dyan sa side mo ng mundo. Huwag ka na masyadong lakbay na lakbay sa forest, ha? Actually, as I finish this extra portion of the episode, nagkape na lang ako. Bigla ko naalala yung kwento ni Bonfire. Dun sa entity nga na nagpo-push na kumain pa more. If everything is energy and intention, pag nagugutom ka nga at siguro may moments of gluttony, possible na may nakikinabang sa excess energy or excess consumption mo. Very interesting kasi napaisip ako tungkol sa 7 deadly sins. Ang reason kaya kung bakit na indoctrinate tayo or na-push yan sa atin simula kabataan is dahil meron ngang entities na I guess attached sa 7 quotation mark sins na yun. I guess yun na lang masasabi ko. Everything in moderation. Kasi mukhang may nakikinabang pag sinusobrahan natin yung mga emotion na yun o yung mga desire na yun. Maganda pag-usapan siguro yun sa Discord. Anong sa tingin mo? Meron kayang ibang entities na nag-feed sa pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, anger, and sloth. Katamaran, no? So sobrang katamaran mo, may nakikinabang kaya dun, ewan ko ba? Anyway, parang yung LL portion na to. Naalala ko lang actually isang nasabi ni Miss May sa interview niya na if we remove the reason for these entities to stay or bother us, then they leave. So pag yun nga, pag nag-self-regulate ka or kinontrol mo yung desires mo or attitude mo, yun nga, find balance in our earthly wants, baka mas di ka lalapitan ni Mr. Takaw. Yun na lang muna tatawag ko sa entity na yun. Mr. Takaw. Anyway, nalilihis tayo. If gusto nyo discussion sa Discord server ng podcast, punta lang kayo. Yung link to join the server ay nasa show notes. You have to click the invite link to join. If may kwento rin kayo or personal experience na naalala dahil sa mga nakwento ni Bonfire and gusto nyo i-share, email nyo lang sa akin yan sa paranormalsph@gmail.com. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, hello and welcome. The Paranormal Podcast is a collection of paranormal first-hand stories from different people in the Philippines and sometimes around the world. But of course, mostly the episodes come from a Filipino perspective. There are stories that overlap. Some have sequels, some have ongoing stories, but in general, each story you will hear is unique, like Bonfire and Mr. Takaw's escapade in her former office. Again, if you enjoy this type of conversation, you might want to check out the 160 plus earlier episodes and subscribe. And you'll be notified if we have a new episode. You can find us on the usual social medias: Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter X, and Tic-Tac-Toe. New episodes every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on Spotify and Thursdays, 1:37 p.m. on YouTube. We come to the most awaited or most hated portion of the episode. The comment portion where listeners share their thoughts and comments on past episodes. For today, we will be reading comments from Island Stories, Palawan, and Mindoro. From Gray. Ano po Discord nyo? Di ko po kasi alam saan hahanapin. Please reply po. Hi Gray! Ito na ang reply, sorry. 5 months ago pala yun. Sana by now nahanap mo na yung invite link sa show notes. Sinasabi ko naman yan sa bawat extra. Sinusulat ko rin yan sa bawat write-up. Sana nakita mo na yung Discord invite link at sana nasa Discord ka na. Pero para sa mga curious dyan at nagtataka ano ba yung Discord? Ganito yan, iho. Nung kapanahunan ng mga nakakatanda, meron silang tinatawag na forums or MIRC or yung Pinoy Exchange, kumbaga. So ang Discord is mas modern lang na parang forums. And actually, kung interested ka sa mga kababalaghan at kalokohan, magandang pumunta sa Discord dahil andun yung parang repository ng mga ibang kababalaghan na hindi ko na na-share sa Facebook or sa Twitter kasi baka masyado na malalim yung mga topic. Siyempre, hindi lang ako nag-share doon. Nag-share din yung ibang listeners na nandoon. And yun nga, nagkaka-discussions doon. Not always, but from time to time. May kwentuhan na nangyayari sa voice chat. So, yun. Baka gusto nyong check. Again, invite link is in the show notes. Sabi ni Jay, kala ko kung anong nagdadamo. Nako Jay, ibang damo ata nasa isip mo. Yung nakausap ko kasi na taga Palawan, parang hardinero siya dun sa resort. Pero yun nga, nagdadamo. Shoutout kay Kuya. Sana narinig mo yung episode mo. Hindi ko na nakuha yung contact info niya kasi. Si Angel naman sabi, yung sinabi ni Sir Nick about asterisk bus reminds me of my experiences dito na sa US. Medyo weird pag naaalala ko. Ano yung bus na yun? Angel, ano experience yan? Baka gusto mo share or email sa akin? Alam mo na, yung mga kung saan yan. Si Selena naman, sabi, more kwento pa na ganito please. Selena, hello. Naku, kung alam mo lang, pag nag-out of town ako for work or with family, para kung sira ulo sa mga nakakausap kong tao. Tinatanong ko sila, may experience ka bang kakaiba? Meron ka ba experience na kababalaghan? Chinichempo ko kung mukha open-minded. Pero, ayun, kadalasan may makukuha akong tingin na titingin sa akin na parang sira ulo ba to? Pero promise, every opportunity I get to interview people outside of Manila, I do. If they answer. Yun lang nga. Konti lang talaga willing mag-share. And sa pagkakaalala ko, yung mga stories na to, itong dalawang to, Palawan and Mindoro, 2 years ko inipon yan, hoping na at least makaapat akong kwento. Pero hindi. Pag nag-out of town, bihira rin naman. Pag nag-out of town, pag may kinausap ako, usually wala silang gusto i-share. I guess ganun, nahihiya. Pero yun, magandang invitation yan sa ibang listeners. If meron kayong mga kwento gaya nito, let's say mga outing stories, di ba? Message nyo lang sa akin yan at gawa tayo ng parang compilation. From Rai. Hi Sir Nick, ang ganda ng episode na to. Thank you. Loud and crystal clear audio. Hindi rin ganun clear pero sige, pwede na. More pa sanang ganitong stories ng mga security guards, janitors, caretakers, etc. I'm a fan po ninyo and ng Charmed Ones. Regards. Hi Rai, salamat sa comment. Yun nga, I did my best sa audio. Medyo masama talaga nung time na yun. Target ko rin yan na mas maraming parang ganitong kwento. Hopefully, mailabas ko this year. Si Maruz naman, always waiting for new episodes. Dami ko na pong natutunan about the invisible world. Thank you, Direk. Hopefully to hear Nick Nangit and Sir Tony Perez on your podcast. Hello, Maruz. Salamat sa pag-reach out at syempre sa pag-comment dun sa mga natututunan mo sa podcast na to. Ang advice ko, magsaliksik ka pa rin pero kumuha ka rin ng ibang opinion sa mga ibang experiencer kasi alam mo naman, puro ko theory. Walang scientific backing yan or wala man na ako experience to back my theories. Pero again, it is more of my observations from people's stories. And going back nga sa nasabi ni Ryan sa Light Seers na episode, there is no one source for all the answers. Maybe some you will find here in the podcast, maybe some you will find in other podcasts or from other people. Tignan ko yung kay Nick Nangit and kay Sir Tony kung paano tayo mag-reach out. Si Yatiel, sabi, sana tama pagkabigkas ko doon. Si Yatiel, naguluhan ako sa kwento ng taga Mindoro. Very conversational and mas effective kasi yung style niya pagkasama sa inuman. Hi, si Yatiel. Oo, iba-iba talaga style ng mga tao magkwento, di ba? Papansin mo naman yan sa episodes. Hindi rin talaga natin mapili kung natural na kwentador or kwentadora ang mga na-interview. Sabi naman ni May Tosis, mala Philippine campfire story ang audio ni Direk sa gitnang part. Aba, syempre, May Tosis. Siyempre naman, idol ko yan si Camp Master Earl. Isang malaking shark out. Shark out kay Camp Master Earl ng Philippine Campfire Stories. Kung hindi nyo pa napapakinggan ng podcast ni Camp Master Earl, hanapin nyo Philippine Campfire Stories sa Spotify. Si Headless Horseman naman, sabi niya, magandang idea po ito sir, lalo na pag gumala ulit kayo sa ibang province or bansa. First-hand experience at kwento from the locals. Hi Headless! Oo nga, maganda nga yan. Kaso lang, walang willing mag-share. Konti lang talaga yung mga natsitsyempohan kung willing magkwento. Hopefully yun nga. Hopefully makaipon tayo for future episodes. I-manifest natin yan. Pero yun nga, maganda yung first-hand experiences from locals. Pero meron tayong niluluto, hopefully ma-interview soon, mga tour guide o yung mga nasa travel industry at kung ano yung mga experiences nila sa iba't ibang lugar sa Pilipinas. Anyway, dyan muna tayo sa comments for this episode. If you have comments, feel free to write on Spotify or YouTube. Sige lang, go lang. Sign na to, go lang. Before we end the episode, let's have a big thank you for our Paranormal Patreons and coffee supporters. J, Z, Christine, JT, JD, Oy Osiena, A, B, Justine, Biker Mama, J, Kim, Leia, Bea, J3, May, and Shimone. Thank you, Patreon peeps and coffee supporters. Kung gusto niyo supportahan ng podcast sa ganitong paraan, pwede niyo check ang Patreon and coffee links in the show notes. The Paranormal Podcast is engineered and produced by F90 Productions. The podcast is an independently produced podcast, and I would appreciate it very, very much if you can please rate the podcast on your preferred podcast platform para naman maka-reach tayo ng ibang tao at hopefully mabuksan rin ang isip nila. So, thank you. Thank you everyone. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. And thank you for opening minds. Please stay safe. Okay, LLPs, isang mabilis lang. Na-mention ko kay Bonfire yung ritual ng mga Greek dati na parang may initiation sila sa psychedelics, di ba? So, ni-research ko para at least naman may masabi akong kung ano tawag doon. Ang tawag doon ay Eleusinian Mysteries. Ito yung parang initiation na ginagawa nila every year for the cult of Demeter and Persephone. Ancient Greece yung gumagawa nito. Marami nasabi na secret society daw, supposedly, yung gumagawa nito. And nakatago to. Pero from recent findings, parang open secret siya. And marami nagpa-participate sa initiation rites na ito. Ang ganda lang i-backtrack to kasi parang based on research, nagsimula yung religious practice na yan from the Mycenaean period or Mycenaean Greece, which is 1750 to 1050 BC. Tagal nila, di ba? Yung mysteries or yung proceedings supposed to be nire-represent yung abduction ni Persephone galing sa nanay niya ni Hades, kasi si Hades yung dumukot kay Persephone. At yun nga, merong 3 cycles doon, merong loss, merong search, and merong ascent. Ang interesting dyan, meron paring similar religious rites kagaya nito sa mga agricultural societies. And if nagbabasa kayo ng mga libro ni Paul Wallace, meron siyang na-mention na may mga kakaibang, again, agricultural practices yung ibang current societies. So, if tama ako, nasa Brazil yon, Brazil, ang celebration ng Queen of Heaven. Mababasa nyo yan sa The Eden Conspiracy, Chapter 2, bread cakes, and standing ovens. Anyway, napapahaba tayo. Balik tayo dun sa psychedelic substances sa Eleusinian Mysteries. May part sa process na may tinitake silang ergot, isang fungus na nag-grow from barley na may psychedelic properties na nakakatulong sa kanila mag-search for states of enlightenment, di ba? Or para makita yung entities, I don't know. Baka yun rin na na-experience ng mga nag-ayahuasca or DMT. Singit rin lang, last na to, na-mention ko rin pala kay Bonfire yung DMT, timed release experiment sa London. So, ang gumawa nito ay ang Imperial College of London. Ang link for that study is in the show notes kung gusto nyo lang basahin. Ayun, short lang talaga. Kung interested pa kayo mag-deep dive sa Eleusinian Mysteries, ilalagay ko rin yung nakita kong links sa show notes. Pero again, it's better that you do your research yourself. So yun na muna. Thank you for listening.